he can speak the way I just did a minute ago, but like while someone else is also there debating him, I can't do that in that same way.
You maybe not be a good debater like he is, but like you guys are both really sharp with your knowledge on your facts. Like you guys would probably make a pretty good team. Like imagine
we used to smash it at gyms.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, we used to smash it at gyms together. We used to really do their heads in. We used to do shifts where we would just continually, like, we would turn them all down so that we couldn't hear them, and we would just regurgitate flat earth facts over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's like whenever one of us would get muted, the other one would take over. And like we would take shit. We just took shifts doing it for like 24 hours straight once. And then they were
funny. But
and they were like, Wit sits on meth, cracks on crack. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, Joshua. Funny. Yeah, sorry, I would go back to Joshua. Was all I was going to do. Unless you had someone else to add, E.T.
Yeah, this was published 1992. A long time ago.
What is it you're looking at there?
Isn't it crazy to think that 1992 is 30 years ago now? Hard to believe, hey?
Yeah, it's
29. Don't make me feel old. I was born in 1993.
I was born in the 80s. I'm feeling old.
2012. Yeah, 30 years.
30
Wait,
years.
there. I was born in 1993, and so it is exactly that, yeah, because I'm 28. Like, man, I feel old as shit, bro.
Yeah, and that's only going to get worse. It's crazy.
I know. The years have gone so quickly ever since.
They went by so fast. My 20s went by so fast. I can't believe it.
Same, dude. It's insane. Like,
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just aging like a fine wine, you know? Don't look as if badly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't feel like a fine wine. I feel like I'm getting like I'm turning into an old man slowly.
I feel like a lot of the things that were acceptable before, like in my mind's eye, are now like socially wrong as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, all the little jokes we used to make are no longer acceptable.
That made it sound like I was talking about like something else then. I wasn't. Sorry. Sounded so bad in my own mind. Luckily,
it's okay.
No one else caught
it. maybe you used the C word a couple times. You know, you're human. Fine.
Oh no, what C word? Wait, what?
I don't know. Whatever. Computer. Like, look at Joe Rogan these days. He's sitting there making apologetic videos all day long for his stupid Spotify platform.
Yeah, if he loses that, he loses all his money, and then he loses the ability to speak some truth, I guess.
Not just that, but he was under contract, so doesn't he owe that money?
I don't know. Who owes who money at that point?
No, he owes it back to them if he breaches his contract.
But I mean, it'd be interesting to read that contract, because I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan signed that contract saying he could say pretty much whatever the fuck he wanted to, right?
That's if you believe in free speech. They lost $8 billion in stock prices, dude.
Really?
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Jesus. $8 billion overnight.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they're annoyed at him, trust me. It doesn't matter what your contract says when you cost them $8 billion in stock. Yep. I'm just saying.
That's pricey. No, $8 billion is a lot.
Oh, by the way, Joshua, I got some cherry wood pipe tobacco.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I'm smoking it in a cigarette, dude. It's nice.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Mr. Leopold, you're welcome to like chill out and hang out like whenever you want. What I'm gonna do is give you a role called Seem Sincere, so that like no one gives you any shit when you come in, like because
Okay.
basically you could get picked on. What do you identify as? Not as in like your sexual proclivities, none of that bullshit, please. As in
Please don't be an egghead.
Just a normal man.
Yeah, don't answer the question if it makes you uncomfortable. They did that to
shut
me.
up. Right there. So
I'm basically a Bible believer. That's it.
right, you're a Bible believer. That's great. So the Bible also says that the Earth is flat, so that we got that on our side.
Right. There's hope for him. He's not an egghead.
Right, wait there. Bible believer. So do you want the? Do you want to get pinged for our Bible studies?
Um, not necessarily. I like to do things on my own time.
Well, just as an option. I
Not
mean,
everybody reads the same Bible I do.
what do you read?
King James is basically my main go.
King
Yeah,
James version.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't last in the Bible study.
No, I figured as much.
No, King James version is where it's at, as far as I know.
A lot of
I
people
don't-
are fine with it. No one's gonna rip your head off for it, bro. Like, what's this? Like, he doesn't
No,
need
I
to have a
just what.
sefer. He doesn't need a sefer. He doesn't need a fucking Jew.
No.
You know.
But what will happen is he won't understand a lot of the words that we're using, and it would take time, which I don't mind doing. I don't mind taking the time and breaking down the meaning of the words and the etymology. You know, I don't mind doing that, but it tends, like the other people in the room get annoyed because they've heard it like a million times from me.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Guys, I
as
think you're putting him on the spot. He's obviously nervous.
King James Bible believer, Lord is Jesus and Savior. I'll just put
I
you King James Bible believer.
I use it basically as a standard reference Bible because if you look at other versions, there's always something either missing or added or different wording. It's not
Yeah.
consistent.
KJV, yo.
well,
KJV.
something about
KJV is
the KJV.
really
There was
inconsistent,
something
actually.
that was removed from the KJV, something very
Yeah.
significant.
Oh, you're talking about the ones the Roman Catholics have added
No, we're talking
No.
about the logos.
logos.
Can I ask you another question? Are you Canadian by chance? I am.
Yep, I'm.
I knew it. I could hear it in your voice. You're Canadian.
If you can't tell your own fucking people by now, ET, and not be surprised that you got it right,
I just
you
picked
need-
him out. I just
Fuck.
picked him out.
just
The
and
crib.
I knew he was Canadian the moment he came in. Fuck.
Well,
I'm just saying you should be surprised by that shit. You know, like you
well,
should have
his
known he was
mic
Canadian.
was so low I could barely hear him.
Oh, I'm just playing with you, bro. Right. So let's go back to the logos thing, ET. Let's not divulge from the true conversation that was going on.
Okay, sorry. I don't know about
Please.
the logos, but I've heard a million times the
Just showing
KJV.
him talking.
Okay, you have logos.
Logos, like
Oh,
a logo with an
uh,
S.
software. Okay.
Same. No, it's not software.
Oh, you're thinking of logos, the Word of God. John
Yes.
1. Okay.
Yes.
It was the same word that brought everything into existence in Genesis 1. Yeah, you were talking
Bereshit.
earlier about
Balashit.
voice.
Bara Aratz. Dara
Do you wanna-
Shamin. I can't remember it.
Bara Shamin. It's Bara Ala Shamin or is it Bara Shamin? I don't know.
Bara Arat. Bara
What
Arat.
language is that?
Is
What I
Hebrew.
can say, my brother,
Hebrew?
is Hebrew. Yeah. Can you not feel it in the Ruach HaKodesh?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I get it sometimes mixed up with Arabic
Yahusha
somehow. Because
HaMashiach
Uh,
resideth inside of thee, brother.
A lot of it
So,
has to do with word and breath, right? In fact,
yeah, the Ruach means breath. Yep, holy breath. That's what
breath
Holy Spirit
is life.
is. That's what Spirit is. Ruach. Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh?
So the spirit is like the air that's in your lungs when
Yeah,
you die.
exactly. That's where it says that, you know, to be spiritually baptized, for instance, is to speak Ruach to Ruach. Man to man can speak Ruach to Ruach, right? Breath to breath.
the
Like
spirit.
and go back to what it says, that he breathed life into us through our very nostrils, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when is it that we pass on the gift of the gospel? It's like we breathe through that medium of air using our Ruach, our own breath, right? And we are Ruach, and they are Ruach, and we connect Ruach to Ruach. It's like entropy, my friend. I've started to classify it in this way. It's the same way that all of the sinners are going to be burned when the spirit of Yah is poured out in its purest form out onto the earth with no containment. The fictitious nature of the bursting through, of the pouring out of the spirit of Yah as it goes through the places that cannot equilibralize thermodynamically, almost so, with
Being
the
poured upon
spirit
the
of
people right
Yah,
now.
or its darkness will make it set on fire and will make it turn completely. That's how I feel like the earth's going to get set on fire. I'm straight up. I had a vision of this shit. It was crazy.
Did you have a vision of a long period of time with no sun, no moon, no stars,
Yes,
and
it
we
was
were
in
being hunted
darkness.
down by drones?
No, not the drones part,
Oh,
but the floor was falling away from us, and there was lots involved. Now I have to speak to you about it privately, the way that works. There's a lot that went into it. It was a crazy vision of what I saw. Okay,
yeah, I had
and
one very similar.
well, maybe ours
Vision.
could connect up. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like ours, if we overlay them, do they make sense together as a story? Do you get what I mean? And
Oh,
then, like,
interesting concept.
yeah, so because like what you said doesn't not necessarily that doesn't not what you just said doesn't necessarily not fit in what my vision was. You get what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
could be a poor like part of it. But mine's more in the spiritual sort of sense of it and like what's happening behind the scenes in the ruach. So first in the spirit and then in the physical, right? So there's the conscious thought and then there's the action after. You know, there's me thinking about punching you in the face and then there's me punching you in the face. You know, first in the immaterial, then in the material, right? Like, but so yeah, you wouldn't be interested in the Bible study thing tag. That would just give you a ping when there's a Bible study on. That was all. That's cool. I gave you the tag of the Bible believing King James thing. I just gave it to you since it's what you're repping. What about Earth rolls? Earth rolls. You seem sincere, so like, would you say you're an Earth shaped like agnostic, so like globe skeptic, or on the fence, or globe earther, or what?
I'm
You
okay
could give.
with
You're okay with what?
I'm okay with flat earther.
Well, I'm not going to give you flat earther right away, right now.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that.
They
I
gave
can't.
that one. They gave that
Well,
one,
yeah.
and they took it away a few months later. It's funny.
The
how
reason
that-
is the reason is right is because like we get a lot of people that come in and pretend to be flat earthers, right? And then they make
Mhm.
videos and stuff like that.
I was
And
a fake. I guess I was a fake.
that's just because we didn't want people thinking that you repped our server because you were talking about aliens and shit, bro. Like, nah, man, we couldn't be dealing with that. So we was like, no, I don't know what it was. I don't know, dude. If I know you're a flat earther, dude, but like you were, bro, you were on the fence for so long, and then like you would go there, and then you go, but yeah, but it might be a globe again. So that's why we took it away because you
Finish your point with Leopard Pro. Don't we can talk about this
right, so
later.
Leopard Pro. I'm going to give you globe skeptic because that means you're not on the fence. You're skeptical of the globe.
Yep.
And I would say also, yeah, like you're not on the fence, like you're a potential flat earther, seems sincere. Like we should, I guess, have a role that's called, up and coming flat earther or potential flat earther.
Or
I'm gonna put
prove yourself,
honest
flat
earther.
earther. Prove what you know. Prove your facts, flat earther.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, because that's what will happen I would say in about 7 days' time, try and hang out here, right? A bit or whatever, like get to know this place. There's lots of other rooms that you can use. There's a multitude of information you can take from as well, like the laser tests. There's like different hashtags as you scroll really far down about every topic that's flat earth based. All very good information in there. It's all selected by the moderators here, which are all guys that are like myself. They know their shit, right? And it's all really good info, bro, right? We have PDFs that are gigabytes on of info. Like we can almost give you the 2014 algorithm of like being able to look at like these videos as well on YouTube type shit, you know? So yeah, so all of that's there available. Look at it at your leisure. Come back to me in a week, since it was pretty much me that you've dealt with this whole time. Yeah. I will interview you for your flat earth role then, and that will be like when I'll give it to you. Like I would just give it to you now because I think you're a flat earther, but like we have to have these rules, dude. You know,
it's you're entitled to setting the rules, the house rules.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I've got to give you like maple syrup or something, like a roll like that, because you are Canadian, right?
I got the maple syrup one once.
Oh, did you know maple syrup is good in hot chocolate?
It is. It's really good in hot chocolate, bro. Like
I think the situation is the Leopard Pro is that just like there's so many bullshitters that come in here and pretend to be what they're not, and then so the rules have to have been established.
It's a form of calling myself anonymous without actually using the word anonymous. I'm.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
You're really lucky. You're really lucky he's giving you the maple syrup roll. We usually don't give that one out right away either. A lot of people come in pretending to be Canadian.
Yeah, they do.
They don't even.
No, you didn't just fucking say that. That was brilliant.
That is great. I'm just noticing now. I just clicked on my own profile and I got the maple syrup roll. I'm honored.
I'm about to take it away.
No, don't do it.
That's funny. When people like want to hold on to their roles, you just want to take them, don't you? It's like, let me take it.
I don't care. Take it away. Whatever.
I'm not gonna do that to you, bro. I love you, ET, brother.
Okay. I love you too.
Yeah.
Gay.
Of course, someone would say gay or no homo. Of course.
It was actually me, and I was the one who started it, but well. But yeah, nice to meet you, Mr. Leopold Pro, my Leopard Pro, sorry. I read that as Leopold. That's my dyslexia kicking in. That's dyslexia, like straight up. Sorry, go ahead.
A little bit of silent reading going on here.
Yeah, peace, man.
Yeah.
I went through this whole conversation drinking a small bottle of cinnamon spicy whiskey, just so you guys know. Pretty cool. Yeah. I appreciated the conversation. It was cool.
I knew you were drinking whiskey, but now I know it was spicy whiskey with cinnamon. Like it makes me feel about 7% better about your alcoholism at this point.
Well, yeah, no, I feel like a little kid drinking this stuff, but I still buy it. It's like I'm buying candy that gets me drunk.
Drinking whiskey right now?
Yeah, I just finished the bottle.
What time is it in Canada? I'm pretty sure it's like 10 in the morning. Wait, what?
It's 7:30. It's 7:30.
10:26
a.m. Yeah.
10:26 or 7:30. What the fuck? Like, I know Canada's big. Wait,
it's 7:26 a.m.
I don't trust your word anymore, ET. Leopold,
why
what's the
wouldn't
time
you?
in Canada?
I've never lied to you.
You're drunk. That's why I think you've maybe misread the time. Is it actually 7:30?
It's 7:26 actually.
Where are you in Canada?
Alberta.
Not exactly.
I'm in Alberta.
Okay.
Nova Scotia.
He's East
All
Coast
right.
because he's East Coast because I'm Central Time, United States, and it's 8:26 now, so he's east by 1 hour.
Okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense. So he's not lying. He's just in a different time zone than Leopold. I mean Leopard Pro.
Oh,
Fuck.
are we? Hey, Leopard Pro, you're still here. What time zone are you in? And if you don't mind talking about it, what area of the country are you in?
What kind of whiskey are you drinking this morning, buddy?
Like which? Okay, okay? So you're Canadian, right? I forgot about that. Which province are you in? If you
How
don't
did
mind.
you forget?
Sorry, hard to talk over. Nova Scotia.
Sorry, dude.
You're in Nova Scotia. Oh, you're way the hell out there, hey? Damn. Okay, that's cool.
Everywhere I've noticed is like way the hell out of there. Like when it's away from you, you know.
But I know Nova Scotia is literally like Canada's the second biggest country on the planet on Earth, and Nova Scotia is like almost on the opposite side of Canada. So I can call that a long ways away. Like it takes 5 hours to fly.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just saying that, like, you know, everywhere that isn't where you are is always like way out there, you know, man.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, man. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Nova Scotia is way out there too. But they had some pretty like crazy COVID restrictions as of a few weeks ago as well. I was pretty pissed off about that. Yes, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't like where the restrictions are going.
Well, think about it in a positive light. Look what's happening in Canada right now.
Oh yeah, the truckers.
Hell yeah, the truckers, and it's gone international now.
And the massive food shortage is about to come. Yeah.
No, that's what you.
I keep having to bite my tongue because, like, you don't want to crush on people's hopes and dreams. Like, they really think that this is gonna like fix things and like get everything back to normal. It's not. There's not a chance. This can only make things worse.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. Like, I had to do what Lou didn't want to do. Then I had to. Like, yeah, like the food shortages are coming, guys. Woo!
Yeah,
sorry,
they're not coming. We got plenty of food, and even if we did run out of food, it'd be a damn good message to everyone, being like, "Wake the fuck up!" You know what I mean?
No, they want there to be some kind of crisis that comes out of this.
Because then we'll need them.
You know, people are actually feeding the truckers.
It's the same shit they pulled for the Y2J.
Y2J?
Oh!
You don't remember that fucking shit?
Y2K.
6 or Y2K.
He said Y2J.
No.
Fucking noob. I'm joking, dude. What are you talking about? Someone I don't know about?
No, there's probably some really hardcore, badass conspiracy shit that's called Y2J that all of us noobs know nothing about.
Hardcore badass.
Like Master Chief say, you didn't know about that? Like, shit, where the fuck were you, truther? Huh? Tell us then, Master Chief. You can't just leave a brother's like hanging like that, bro.
I remember Y2K because I was 14 years old and I was drinking wine with my best friend and his mom.
Of course you were drinking something. I know. But ask Master Chief, you know about your drink.
Same shit. All right. I made a mistake on saying J. I meant K. You guys still knew what the fuck I was talking about.
No, we didn't.
I thought we were talking about some edgy shit, you know.
Yeah, we were opening it up.
You didn't know about Y2K, about the whole year 2000, turning it year 2000, about to be the whole end of the world. Everybody had to pack up water.
But you should have made up your own end of the world scenario that made us pretend like we missed out on that one.
Yeah, you fucked up the letter, man. You changed it from K to J.
Yeah, we used that to make out.
I'm sorry that I fucked up the fucking letter.
Well, it wasn't that hard, dude. There's only 26 letters in the alphabet.
Wait a second. It's because they phonetically sound similar, J and K. It's not because of the number of the letters in the alphabet. I don't know why you would relate that as the causality. For fuck's sake, you're always off a little bit in some way. But like Master Chief, it wasn't a problem that you did that. It was more like a case of like, thanks because you just gave us a gift. Like it was a way of us older truthers being like, not that you're not an older truther too, like you're older than me, I'm sure. But I mean, like it was a way of us old truthers being like, shit, some crazy edgy conspiracy that we'd never heard of. Woo.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Y2J? It's totally new and weird.
Well, I mean, if you want to go ahead and pick on me and give me a hard time and rub on my fucking balls about the fucking letter, then go ahead by all means.
I forgive you. I forgive you.
Everything that's just been said here isn't good fun, just for teasing and not meant to trigger you, but it sounds like it is. So we apologize. All right.
Wait, there, Master Chief. That is not triggering you, is it, Enoch, bro? Come on, it's cracking.
I'm upset and I'm trying to calm down.
All right, well, don't get upset by it because I was genuinely thanking you for a gift that you gave us by messing up one letter. Then, like, I enjoyed it.
I understood where you were coming from, but it was the leg pulling from ET that I was getting, and
come on! I was just pulling your leg a little bit.
That's what I just said. I was calling it out that you were pulling my leg.
I know. I took that phrase from you. Actually, you were pulling. I was pulling your leg.
ET, you're making it worse. Shut up.
Right, no, I understand now, and I apologize for taking it personal.
I love the way like Enoch speaks, where he's like, I apologize for taking it personal, and if you continue to fuck with me, I might shoot you in the fucking head. Like you sound like a Chicago like mafia like boss, but like from the 1920s. Sometimes I love it.
I miss that guy from New York who sometimes joins the room. I can't remember his name right now, but who's that guy?
Chocolate.
Well, we get a lot of people. We get a lot of people from New York, but if you're looking for a classic New Yorker, Neil. Probably Neil. Yeah, Neil. Yeah.
Yeah, Neil. It's Neil. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, man, that guy's fucking funny.
Yeah, I spoke to him recently. He told me to say "fuck you, ET."
All right, awesome.
Sorry, bro.
He doesn't talk to freaking aliens.
See, ET, that's your main problem in our server, bro. That's what your likability factor. Because there's another guy in our server called Flatman Can, right? And you and him are basically interchangeable as far as I'm concerned.
How so?
You sound exactly the fucking same. You speak the same way. You speak about the same shit. You basically are the same guy to a certain extent. Like, Flatman Can, is about 20% more likable than you in some ways. But with me, I like you both the same. That's the point. That's why you're interchangeable for me. It seems everyone else likes him 20% more than they like you. And it's all because of the ET factor. The alien has a 20% differential on your likability. And I don't know why, bro. But people
I'll tell you exactly fucking why. So people get fucking triggered by aliens for some crazy reason. And so...
Because they're not real.
He's just following the trend,
You don't know that they're not
fucking... whole ET with that emoji. It's like when Roswell, back in the mid-late 90s when they just closed Roswell and all of a sudden they were selling that T-shirts with that freaking emoji all over.
That's why I think that's why I'm pissed off that I got this stupid little alien thing after my username. If a mod could remove that,
do you have a poster in your bedroom of an alien saying "Take me to your dealer"? Smoking
no, because that would freak me out, give me nightmares and shit like
that. In a second. Gone in a second.
Oh my god! Thank you. I've been trying to do that for a long time. Thank you, Crackville.
That's fine. I know. I don't want the alien there. Change your profile picture too. I don't feel like you're committed to that whole thing.
No, because it will be Discord wide, and I can't. I'm not able to do that, Crackville.
You can change it in the server alone.
Then he won't fit in his ancient alien server.
Yeah.
If you promise that it will be, if you promise that it'll only be in the server, go ahead and change my picture. Go ahead and
Listen,
do it.
okay, you can do that yourself. Wait there. I got to teach him this a second. Only you can do that, right? What you do is you click at the top of the server, right? Okay, you go on 24/7, right?
Okay.
And you can change your name and everything in here yourself.
But then I'm one of those identity changers. No, I'm against
wait
it.
there a second. Look,
I won't do it.
Click on. No, I'm not about you changing your profile picture only. Right. Click on the 24/7 flat Earth bit at the top. Pull it down, and it says Edit Server Profile. You click on it. You can change your name and your server avatar. It's just for the server.
I see. I understand you, Crackbone, but I believe you, and I bet you're right about that, and I'm sure you are. But I mean, I won't do it because I hate when people change their identities on the internet.
It's not changing your identity, bro. You are you. Your picture is not you. You're you. I'm trying to let you know that people are unfortunately mixing your identity with your pictures and shit. So you should exclude the thing that's
not
making
my problem.
Hey, Craig. Actually, I would just leave him to it. So, seriously, he's
obviously want to die in obscurity.
He's taking enough of a shit. He's been taking shit from us over this for years now. Like it's not.
I'm trying to befriend him and get him to change, but it don't work either. It's like he loves. It's almost like it's if you were a heroin addict, but the heroin didn't feel good, but yet you still take it. Like
because you do it pissed off your friends.
It's like I would understand that if the heroin was really good, I would understand why you kept on doing the heroin. But the heroin you're doing is actually making you feel really shit and the opposite of euphoric.
I don't do any drugs anymore.
You don't do any drugs, sat there sipping on liquor that's got spices and shit in it.
That is the only drug I do is alcohol. I quit smoking. I don't even get high on marijuana anymore. I just drink a little bit.
Get off your high horse, bro. Fuck.
I'm not on a high horse. You're the one who asked me to change my fucking username for some reason.
No, I'm not. Just your profile picture, and it's just so that people don't erroneously.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
You're on about changing. Listen, let me explain a concept to you. You talked about changing your online personality and your what do you call it? Your personhood. Your personhood is not your profile picture, dude. You are you, right? People are mixing up your profile picture with who you actually are, and because of your profile picture, they're treating you differently to who you really are. You
that, and that only says how ignorant they fucking are in the first place.
You can keep your name exactly the way it is. You can keep your name ET exactly the way it is, but the profile picture, if you're willing to bend on that, you can change it to Mario Lopez, and everybody will think that it stands for Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, the Brits. Do you guys get that? Do you guys have that stupid show?
We don't, but I love America, so.
Okay, so you know it anyway.
Yeah. So will you change your name to
and his, honestly think his name and his profile pic suits him because honestly it's like some of the stuff that he said in here before really it just suits him. It's perfect.
It fits the shit that he talks about, Craig. He's not misrepresenting his.
I know, I'm just playing. I'm not silly. I understand it is. I'm pretending that it's his picture and his name. That's why that everyone gives him shit. I understand quite well. This actually the fucking guy. That just cracked me up. The thought and idea that that's kind of my whole troll right now. That tickled me.
How much whiskey have you had this morning, Craig Villain?
Absolutely none, bro. I've had a herbal tea, and this shit's got me lit, bro. And I've got no juice or anything in the house of Coca-Cola. I'm a sweet tooth guy, so I put 3 sugars in there, and I've got these vitamin D sweets, bro. Yeah, they're really nice. they're vitamin D gummies, blackcurrant flavor, and because the tea that I've got is hearty tea, it's got rurubo in it, blackcurrant and some other shit. But I wanted it to taste more blackcurranty and nice, so I chucked a couple of these vitamin D tablets, they're high strength ones, like really high strength, and also a vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in with it, and yeah, and it's also got green tea in it. This shit's got me lit, bro.
You guys take the vitamin D over there in England because you never see the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have to, and they give it to us for free as well because they know that they're covering the sun up. Mm-hmm.
Damn, is that the reason why my doctor gave me vitamin D? Is because I don't see the sun? I'm always outside though.
No, he did that for a different reason. That's because he's a pedophile, and it makes you more likely to find older men sexually attractive.
Did you guys know that people with black skin actually had to take more vitamin D?
Whoa! Racist comments. Stop it right now. Say no more.
I wasn't saying anything racist. Actually, it was, if anything, it's helpful.
We're not going to find out the racist shit you're about to say. You're going to stop right there. Don't say another word, please. Thank you. Fuck.
Okay.
Always
the
racist comments.
Anytime like X race is different from Y and Z race.
I'm being
because
serious.
Of some.
I'm actually being serious. You know, I study a lot of health stuff.
I said no. You are not spinning your racist shit in here anymore. Okay? No, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Take that shit to bitch you, man. The fuck.
Go and call. Yeah, bro. Take that to fucking bitch shoot. Take it to fucking. What's that other place called? What's the other place called? Reddit. Take it to Reddit, bro. Like, we don't want to over here.
I don't know if you're being serious or not, but I was.
Put that shit on it. Put that shit on a sign and go to the trucker protest. You know, like, I mean,
swastikas elsewhere, bro. You're Canadians, fucking. You're probably, yeah, you know, bro. Aliens are skin too. I get it.
Racial statement that he was saying. I didn't think he said anything racist.
I didn't at all. I was actually trying to like.
We're not going to find out. ET's always saying racist shit. We're not going to find out, all right, guys? That's the rules. ET, do you know whether I'm being serious or not right now? Because you said I was a great actor earlier. So what do you think I'm doing right now?
You're right. You're a great actor. Great. No, you are a fucking
apologist. There you go.
I'm acting. So tell us your fucking little fact about black people, and it better be racist.
All I'm saying, this is an actual health fact as far as I understand it. For some reason, the people with black skin, generally speaking, they can't take in vitamin D as much, and so they need to.
They jump better.
They need to supplement with vitamin D.
That's why they call on the street all the time.
No,
okay, nothing he said was anything racist.
They literally can't. I didn't know
this. Over there making statements racial made it like sound like he was speaking racist.
I didn't even know this until like a year ago.
Is that why they rob people more often? Because like the melancholy from feeling like not getting the vitamin D, and they feel like white people got more vitamin D than them, and it's like reparations.
Well, now that's fucking racist. If you're gonna get racist,
that's right? That's what you were aiming towards. So I'm just sort of like
aiming towards shit. I'm just saying. You guys brought up vitamin D, and I'm saying I just thought because it was a little known fact that I didn't even know about until like a year ago. Their skin doesn't absorb vitamin D from the sun as easily as other people, and so they need to supplement when they probably should. That's all I was fucking saying.
Listen, you know that's why they've got the melanin, the shit that stops them from burning, so they can just stay in the sun for longer and absorb more vitamin D that way. That's sort of how it works. They can stay in the fields and pick all the stuff in the fields that they pick and absorb more sun that way.
I literally wasn't trying to be funny.
Better than that.
I love how me and Lou were like so racist then, but like made out it was ET the whole time, and everyone's like, "But he's not being racist." It's like, that's the joke we're playing right now. Like,
thanks for the troll. Yeah, you guys are really good jokes. You got me. That's for damn sure. You got me.
All right, go sit with Master Chief on the bench for a little while and cool off.
I think they were getting you after you got me.
Yep, it's cool. It's called payback for payback.
Arm was a bitch, bro.
Yeah, go sit with Master Chief on the bench for a little while, have a little powwow, And like, yeah, say sorry to the chiefs that you've offended with your racial comments as well on the way. Press the
Yeah,
hate
are
line.
you a Native American, Master Chief? By the way, I mean, do you really should you be wearing chief?
In that accent. They're the
Are
only
you
Native
appropriating your
Americans on
culture?
Trinity,
Islander.
right?
I like I am a natural like I am a native to the Philippines. So yeah, in a
So
way I
you're
am native.
an boy. You're
So
an island
That's pretty
boy.
cool. I love people in the
nah,
Philippines.
don't bring up that island boy shit. That
Island
bullshit.
boy.
Fuck nah, man.
You see how we keep it lit
I'm
in
more
English
island boy
hours?
than those island boys.
Where are the Globers at? Because I need to stop being silly. Like I'm gonna get
Well, I mean,
demodded.
I believe that the island boys are also Globers too.
Hey, Master Chief,
Like,
did you destroy in Stasher 2.0 last night? Was that you? Did you tee off on him, or was that someone else?
I hope so.
No, that was me teeing off on somebody.
Oh man, he just it was like instant rage. It was the best thing ever.
Quality. Wait. Can you get a timestamp for that shit? I love it when I love it when Enoch goes off on anyone, bro. Like he comes with that fucking Tourette energy, and he's just like,
Yeah, no. The Glover said that that what was it? The Big Bang was real. Was it the Big Bang or evolution?
Right.
Which one was it? I think it was the Big Bang, right? He said the Big Bang was
say
real.
again?
No. He made a statement and said something that we came from monkeys, that humans came from monkeys.
It was
And
evolution.
that's when I just blew up on his ass and told him to.
You should have said. You should have made it
He's in here
personal,
now.
bro.
He's here now.
You should have made it, Enoch. You should have made it personal, bro, and been like, okay, so how come no monkeys have got Tourette's?
Right.
You should have.
It.
Right.
What's that?
Back, it was around midnight our time, I think, if I remember correctly.
Fuck. Well, I missed it. I was asleep in the room. And I was woken up and then spoke to the woman for a bit and then went back to sleep. And then woke up an hour later because I was woken up again. And then I've been awake since. And that's why I'm on this hype thing. Oh, he's in the room right now, apparently. So, Sasha 2.0, you believe in evolution, do you? Have you ever heard of irreducible complexity, where, something's irreducibly complex, meaning that if you take away one of its parts, that it cannot function, i.e., let's say the flagellum? You ever heard of Michael Behe? He wrote the book called Darwin's Black Box that completely disproves and shows every point that Darwin said, if you prove these points, the whole of my theory is bunk. And you know that Darwin on his deathbed was like, I'm so sorry for saying the shit that I did. And it was a family held religion. In fact, actually his dad and his granddad before him believed the same shit. The Galapagos Islands was actually his coronation. The like sort of exotic thing that he could do, that he could go around to the aristocratic tables and be like, oh, I went to this place no one else has been, and it's really cool. And I saw fucking lizards and shit, and they proved my idea and theory of my family held religion.
Crack. One or two short sentences at a time with him, okay? Like, this is not going to work, Sasha.
No, I know it probably won't, but I was scattergunning for a reason, and it obviously was all done. And then for some reason, it was accepted at that exact time, the time of slavery, and when people were needed to be cotton picking, and white men needed to not feel bad about black people cotton picking, was when they accepted that family's religion, because that family's religion also was what about favored races, also, if you take the original book and the title of it. And that also meant that then white people could see them as someone that were different to themselves, dehumanizing black men, which made it more easy to have them in the fields in these hot temperatures, even though they were receiving the vitamin D they apparently need according to ET. So apparently we were doing them a favor, you racist cunt, ET. But the point is, right? The point is,
oh my God,
Darwinism itself was only ever accepted as a way for the white man to take away the moral calamity that it would have caused to see a fellow man out in the field picking cotton for his ass to make his sails so that he could go on the high seas and create admiralty law and make promissory notes to steal gold from every other motherfucking minority and other white man in the whole world and create an elitist collective group. Is that what you believe in, Sasha 2.0?
Yeah, Sasha 2.0. So, I mean, is eugenics evolution or not?
Truth Prevails just like deafens herself because I'm talking like that. I'm not surprised. I'm sorry.
Isn't eugenics breeding a particular breed, like race?
Well, Yeah, no, look,
There's some breeding involved.
it's part of the trolling that we're doing to people right now, but basically, without him saying a word, we're making him defend all of evolution, and then not only that,
Yeah.
but eugenics. No, I'm trying to throw that
Yeah,
in there. With it.
we're trying to throw that in there as well, dude. Like, yeah, what do you think? What about phrenology, bro? Do you just accept phrenology too? Because Darwinism effectively, let's say, propelled phrenology toward being an actual science due to its stature and the originality of his book. In the progeneration of favored races, it talks about head size and IQ quantity based on and different divots and how parts of the brain wouldn't be able to hold to different parts of the skull based on the proclivity of the shape of the skull. So I guess you're also affirming phrenology also, right? The measuring of black people's heads to prove that they're nothing like white men, thus being less than us, so thus we can treat them as slaves. Is that what you're saying, Sasha Point 2.0?
It's official. He's a fucking racist too. Go sit on the bench, Sasha, with ET and just think about it for a little while.
Exactly. Like, I know E.T. wanted to keep the black men out in the fucking fields. I knew it was for a good reason because he wants their vitamin D levels to be great and all, but like, fuck. It's still racist, guys. Lou, have we took this too far?
It depends on who's listening. I mean,
yeah, true.
You probably shouldn't ask me. I mean, I'd ask around.
Fuck it.
Just don't go pull the people on the bench.
Yeah, innit? They might just say some more racist shit and get us really in trouble. I just smoke in my lungs as I laughed, and oh wow, that hurt a bit. I deserve that. It's funny because, like, full well, lunatic, like, there could be a couple black guys in here right now, right? Yeah, like, like good black dudes that we know that would not find any of what I said offensive whatsoever, and they would just find it hilarious too. Like the smart black guys that we know I'm on about,
You're starting to sound kind of racist yourself, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they're my friends, so
yeah. My black friend that I know
they're
from
really
the internet.
Friends with me, dude. Like, they polished my shoes for me once. Fuck, like, what else am I meant to assume that we're friends or not? Who else would polish shoes for me? I don't know. Crypto, tell me off.
What, dog? What? You tell him. Yeah.
Crypt Dog is telling me off instead. Okay, I can take that. I wanted Crypto to tell me off though. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Crypto, did you hear all that racist shit that ET was saying? And we also found out that Enoch's an island boy. Have you got that same haircut like them too? Please tell me you do. I think he left. Joshua, bro, like, I get it, but there's no need to cough and, like, hide your racist remarks behind your coughs. I heard you go N-word. I'm an island boy. An island boy. Did you see any of that, Lou? The island boy stuff.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I saw what you're referencing, but have already blocked it out of my mind and forgotten it. That whole island boy thing where you're saying it sounds familiar. I don't know where the fuck it comes from.
Let me remind you really quickly. It's very important that you know about it. Not but no. So these guys were the Island Boys, and they did the song. But then they did another video, and the guy sold his soul to the devil in this video, and he was scared shitless afterwards. He's like, "I'm gonna sell my soul to the devil for fame and all this stuff." And yeah, he was pretty scared.
Right, it was a stupid music video. Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Island Boys, right? Who can blame them? What else is there to do on the island, I guess?
You can only climb palm trees barefoot for so long in a day, like
especially being white, you know, because they would get too much vitamin D throughout the day. You know, so they just pretty much got to stay indoors all day. Like that's why they got that hair, like you know, the like reverse, coronavirus haircut. That's what I call it. Did you see that haircut? It's like a COVID, macro COVID spike, kind of like this. Let me show you the emoji. It's in the live stream voice text. Wait there. I'll post you the emoji. It's like this is like
the emoji on it.
Oh yeah, the coronavirus globe.
That right there, that's what their haircut looks like. Is that
kind of, yeah? And then this is Resistus as a globe. I found these the other day in a different server. I was like, whoa, shit.
How come that planet has a seam down it?
Because that's an emulated CGI globe. Duh. Actually, good question. Why does it actually kind of looks better than some of the planets I've seen from NASA? And it's Resistus's face, that laughing guy. You know, this dude. Him. That's his face emulated onto a ball.
I see it now.
Okay. It looks better than some planets, though, right?
It looks kind of like Jupiter.
Exactly. Like a Jupiter.
Like a mixture between Jupiter and Mars.
Yeah, man. Island boys. I don't know about you, man, but those island boys, man, I can't stop thinking about them. They were the greatest thing that ever hit TikTok. I feel like TikTok's like the most messed up place ever. There are like, since this COVID stuff, right? You know, there have been now reports of like something like referrals of up to 250%, or it might be 25%. I get my numbers wrong sometimes. And then also reports of like a 600% increase in reports of speech therapy issues because kids aren't seeing each other's body language because of the cubicles they have them in at schools.
My God. Not the cubicles, the masks as well.
Hey, well, listen, and then the speech therapy referrals in schools because of the masks, where they can't see each other's mouths moving, so now they don't know how to speak properly.
There you go.
Right. It's in like infancy when a baby is they're taking all their cues like from facial expression and stuff from the mother and from the parents and everything, and if these mothers are wearing freaking masks around their crib, they don't get to see those facial expressions. Their brain never learns to mimic them or copy them. And so, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually, that this is happening.
I know. And who would have ever thought about that until it was too late? Of course, that's a real thing, right? Like, man, I have a sister, and she's a little kid, a daughter. And I went up to her little bedroom to read her little story from her little book thing. And I was like, whoa, this is so intense being around a little kid, right? Like a 3 or 4-year-old. And I was like a little bit anxious. And she could instantly detect it. She could tell that I was slightly uncomfortable, and she started crying because she could just see that I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm like hanging out with a 4-year-old kid trying to read her story. And she started crying because, like, she detected in my facial expression that I was, like, partially uncomfortable, right? These kids have been completely stripped of that ever since. It's amazing. It's horrible.
Depending on if I have shaved in a while or not, like, I can look pretty rough around the edges, or it can look, pretty decent, too. But when I'm looking rough and I'm looking just like the lunatic that my name describes, like sitting there somewhere, people get a little nervous because, like, for some reason, their animals, like their pets and their kids, they see me and they like instantly want to talk, smile, laugh, wave, because I'm a good guy. They can sense it, but their parents are like, oh, stay away from him. I don't know.
Yeah, you Peter.
That guy looks crazy.
No, it's true. Like they're like, yeah, it's like, oh, your kid doesn't sense any danger from me, so that makes me a pedo. All right, yeah, you've got it all the wrong way around, dicks.
Yeah, you know how
I don't even know what they're worried about. Yeah,
but you know, what I mean.
I also have a brother, and he loves a beard. And one time he shaved it, and then his son was like, "Oh my god!" like freaked out when he shaved his beard off because you get used to like your parents' image, right? I thought that was pretty intense too, but kids are so impressionable; it's insane.
Oh, he was even pretending to be reciprocal to the idea.
Put the beard back on, you pedo.
I was surprised my cat didn't go crazy when I started to grow my beard out a little bit. Thought she would freak out a little bit, but she was cool.
Why would your cat freak out if you grew your beard out of it? Come on, man.
Well, I don't know, because I look different, you know? I mean, she'd be like, "Who the hell is this?" or something. I don't know. She didn't freak out.
Your cat didn't freak out when you were drunk last week every night. Like, come on. A beard ain't going to do shit. Right, I could get some food.
It's a good
Not in a
point.
nasty way.
The cat's just waiting for you to pass out on the couch and then just going and pawing at your beard as it grows.
Yeah. It combs it for you. I think that's the thing that will change you.
Oh my god. Good.
My cat actually combs my beard for me. Sits on my lap and he just just paws at my beard and just combs it and he actually combs like the whole thing like straight up. It's pretty good.
It's like, what kind of
Best
style
comb I've
would you
ever had.
like? What style would you like today, sir?
You wake up looking like a pirate. And you're like, the fuck, cat?
Bro. What? The fuck? I wasn't planning on jacking anyone today, but shit, now I have to.
Would you like a hair dye, my sir? Would you like to be red? You could be the ginger. Yeah, did she ask you if you could be a ginger all of a sudden, maybe? Dye your hair. You could be like Conan or something. No, that's stupid. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounded racist when he was at it.
Well, no, it wasn't racist. It was stupid.
You guys talk this out on the bench and figure out which one of you is more racist. Report back to us. We'll let the one who's least racist out in 1 minute.
That would be
between the two of you.
Racist, yeah.
Who's the most racist out of you and ET? Talk it out right now.
We're drawing racist straws around here now.
I'm going to say Sasha 2.0 is more racist than ET.
Do not use any straws that are cotton based.
I'll give you one full minute about who, and we'll figure it out. 1 minute.
Go on then. 1 minute each. 1 minute speech. 1 minute speech each on who's racist and who's the least racist. Defense of yourself by defending the fact that you're not racist, or a tyrannical tyrant about how the other person is racist. Go. You go first.
How are we going to do this?
ET, you go first.
Well, what am I
doing? Proving I'm not racist or proving Master Chief?
You've either got to prove you're not racist or you've got to prove Master Chief is more racist than you.
No.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first right now. I'll start right now. Boom.
Yeah, you go first.
Hey, boom. Here we go. I live in Canada. I live under this dictator called Justin Trudeau, who blackfaced the shit out of himself in public over the last few
That's nothing to do with you. I think it's best.
You want to know how
you're aligned to a government that does racist shit. That's just proof of your racism. Again, this is proof you're not racist, not proof for you being racist. So continue, you idiot.
Okay, so I win. I can just stop right now. I don't have to finish.
You're not racist because you've never worn blackface like your leader. Is that it? Is it?
Well, I have. Okay, no, that's just one thing that I have things about. I have black friends. When I was a kid, I had a really good black friend. His name was Steve, and in my early 30s, I met a
black friend called Steve. I've never met a black man in my life called fucking Steve ever. Yeah. You just made that shit up.
He lived in Idaho.
He says, "I have black friends," and then references one black kid that he knew growing up.
And then it's called Steve.
No, you didn't let me finish my point. in my 30s, I met another black friend who randomly like talked to me on the street, and his name was Patrick.
Patrick, like a white Irishman. And this is the fucking second black guy you ever met, and you were 30 years old, dude. Like,
He's the second black friend I ever had.
This is brilliant. Did you drink whiskey with Patrick by any chance?
Of course I did.
On St. Patrick's Day? You sure he wasn't wearing blackface at one of your blackface conventions with Trudeau?
Well, I think he was wearing blackface every day I saw him. So he was stuck with blackface.
He definitely was racist then.
It's going to be hard to beat that one, Master Chief. His time is up. You go ahead, Master Chief.
I have to present how less racist I am.
Yeah, you set the bar. Now you just have to do your thing.
More racist he is than you.
I believe that I'm not racist. I used to be gay. I love everybody. I don't really want to touch animals, but I have this feeling that I need to touch every single animal. Not in the sexual way. No, just like I need to touch them because of their fur. And I love the fur and how they feel. But as far as species, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm racist against any kind of species.
Okay, that was fucking weird. That was really fucking weird, but at least it wasn't racist.
Wait there. You gotta pick up on the fact that he referred to other races as species.
I heard that too.
That's kind of racist, but it was really weird. So you win the weird card, and ET, you're more racist because that was too weird to be racist on. Yeah, you were trying to hide your racism too hard, and I could tell if he was trying to hide his racism, he wouldn't have said species, referring to black people or any other race. He would have just said race. So he's definitely not racist because he wasn't tiptoeing around the issue of race. Like he wasn't caring about, offending potentially different species, raced people, which means he's not racist. Like me, myself. That's why everyone knows I'm not racist because I sound really racist. That's why people know I'm not racist.
I never thought you were racist. Not once.
Well, I fucking am, all right?
Okay.
God damn.
I'm really not. That's the point. That's how you know I'm not racist, because I'm willing to admit that I am racist. That's how you know I'm not.
I think everyone's a little racist and a little sexist, to be honest. But
well, dude, when you've only met two black people in your whole life, it's hard not to have a little bit of a fucking bias.
Dude, I've met more than two black people in my life. I'm just saying I've only befriended.
Yeah, right. You couldn't reference any other than Stephen Patrick, the whitest names of black people ever. So
I can't control that they were called.
Did Patrick have a last name? Did Patrick have a last name, or just the first name?
I can't stop the fact that their names were Steve and Patrick. I can't stop that. It's just
so these are your friends. These are your friends, but you didn't know their last names.
It's just like it seems like the only black guys you remember. It seems like the only black guys you remember were the whitest black men you knew.
Can you say that again?
It seems like the only black guys you remember were like the whitest black men you ever knew.
Well, they were kind of white black dudes, but they were black.
Exactly, because you're racist. Because you wouldn't remember the proper black people, would you? The ones that don't have names such as Stephen Patrick.
I've had a lot of, besides Stephen Patrick, I've had a lot of encounters.
There was also Tom. There was that Tom guy.
There was also that guy called Bob. Also, that guy called Frankie Four Fingers. He was like black. I mean, like he had olive skin at least, and like he had an Italian accent, but I'm pretty sure he was black.
We're doing the movie Snatch now.
I've known lots of black people.
Frankie Four Fingers. Wasn't it Mickey Four Fingers? No, it was Frankie. Mickey was Mikey.
The guy that played in that movie called Hunt.
No,
Hunted.
The Hunting.
If you've seen the movie Hunted, he plays as a soldier that was lost.
That's a movie that doesn't matter because we've already got Frankie Four Fingers from fucking Snatch, bro. We don't know.
Right. No, I'm talking about the same guy. The same
I think
actor.
he's
The
talking
same actor
about
who played
12
in
barrel
Haunted. He played
stock or whatever the hell that movie's called.
Lock, stock, two smoking lock, stock, and two smoking
That
barrels,
one.
right?
Lock, stock,
It
yeah.
says
That
lock,
one.
stock, yeah.
I think everyone basically associates those two movies together, Snatch and Lock, Stock. Like,
Dude, if it's a British heist movie, or like it's just all goes together in one place.
Yeah, it's all one film. Like, if you take acid as well, that movie just like flips into one movie. Apparently, I've never done it. I'm just saying.
I've never done it either. That's hilarious, though.
Like I think train spotting gets thrown in there, and like I think everything,
train
like
spotting for sure. Yeah, you got that one.
Even Boondock Saints. We'll
that
just
one
throw that in
too.
there.
Fuck. Oh, you're killing it right now, dude.
Fuck.
Absolutely. Doing good.
I'm out now, though.
Yeah,
do you want a quote? I can do a couple of quotes.
Let's do it. Let's hear it. I want to fucking hear it.
I don't know if I can do a Scottish accent and well enough to be able to
You
actually
got
do
this.
like a
Come on.
Glaswegian accent or not, you know? You know what I mean, mate? I'm gonna have to get in the character a wee bit a second, you know, because I have to be not more like Bagby, not more like I need to be more like Rent Boy, more like Rent Boy when I do this quote. So this is a quote for life, I guess, as well. You know. Well, all right. Wait there. Let's just start off right with Snatch. All right, with Bricktop. All right. You remember Snatch? Don't you? Oi! You remember Snatch, guys?
Yeah, the one with what is it? The dude with the thick glasses. He's always creepy. He wants to feed people to the pigs.
Well,
They
you
need a
be confused
caravan.
then, all right?
They need a caravan. But they go to buy one from the gypsies. Brad Pitt's there. He's a bare knuckle boxer. He wants to beat the shit out of everybody.
So what's happened with them sausages, Charlie? 5 minutes Turkish. It was 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago. So what you doing here? I'm talking to the dog for a walk. What's the problem? What's in the car? Seats and a steering wheel, mate. You know what I mean? That type of thing, yeah? Right, okay then. You remember the movie.
Yeah,
But it
you
was us
got
that
it.
wanted to buy a caravan. But
Crack, are you running out of material? You can't even remember
No!
anything else.
You're
I
always
don't
going
think
to have
I
problems.
I
You're
don't think
always
you can
going to
do
have
it.
problems. You're always going to have problems lifting a body in one piece. Apparently, the best thing to do is cut up a corpse into 6 pieces and pile it all together. Soul would then say, would someone mind telling me who you are? And when you get your 6 pieces, you got to get rid of them. Because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover now, is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to the pigs. You got to starve the pigs for a few days, then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pisshead. You got to shave the heads of your victims and pull the teeth out for the sake of the piggy's digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course, but you don't want to go sieving through pig shit now, do ya? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting. So be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm. They will go through, a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig.
Damn.
Yeah, people don't know that they farm their own pigs, they feed the pigs that kind of stuff, and then they sell it out to the people. And people eat bacon and all this sausages and whatever that you eat every day, and they don't even know
but
where they
we don't talk about that around here though. Like we don't like to think
Oh
about
no,
that
I
while we're
was
eating our
just talking
bacon.
about the statement of. I was just continuing from what Cat Craig. He was talking about a snatch.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. You're ruining it. By the way.
Right.
Yeah.
I see
Well,
what you did there. I see what you did.
We don't talk about it, but like we obviously do.
Yeah, just ruin his joke a little bit.
Right, let's
a little bit
do
of
it a
joke
little bit.
ruining.
Do you know what a nemesis means?
Everyone does, of course. It's your enemy.
Wait there. Is that what you believe, is it?
No, Craig, really, you gotta do the whole thing now.
What? Do what?
You explain the whole nemesis. You know what scene you were going off of.
I do indeed. I do indeed, my young lad, but I don't just do things at the fucking behest of you now, do I? Right. Let me get back in the fucking character. Right, I really shouldn't be swearing, sorry, Abba, but this is quotation at this point. You're on thin ice.
People are drinking whiskey this hour,
I'm
so.
sorry to God at the same time as doing this because it's so bad. You're on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chums. And I shall be under it when it breaks. Now fuck off! You're on thin ice, my pedigree chums, I'm telling you. Thin fucking ice. Right, let's get to the actual good bit, right? The nemesis part. Let's get to the nemesis.
Is that the guy in the glasses? That older guy? He's like in his 60s. He's wearing glasses.
Yeah,
Can't remember his name.
That's pretty good, mate. Yeah.
He's wearing, what's his name?
Who's an old guy?
Old guy. Okay.
Who are you calling old?
Who you calling old? Yeah.
I'm just saying that I like that guy. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about, and that guy's awesome.
Do you want a spoon to be out my ass as you go along, E.T.?
No, I just say him spoon your ass.
Something gross. When you dream of your friend eating chocolate pudding and you wake up with a spoon in your butt.
Oh, nice. Right. Let's do it then. Right.
All right. So what's going on here? Last night
I was about to do another. Wait there. I was about to do another quote, but go ahead. You go ahead first.
No. I don't want to interrupt. I thought maybe you were just.
Yeah. One more
It's
quote.
okay if you interrupt this. Please interrupt this.
Scenes that he was playing.
It's fine to what was Lunatic saying then? Say it again, Lunatic.
I was encouraging him to interrupt this. We've been doing
So was I.
Nonsense, silliness for long enough.
Yeah, we have.
All right, that's enough horse crap. Get back on the damn subject, okay, guys? Let's go.
Right, so do you know what a nemesis is? I'm joking.
Am I picking anyone off yet?
No.
I want to hear as much material as you have available. I would like to hear it.
It's going to come out no matter what. Go ahead, do it, Craig. Then Rookie, what are you going to say?
No, I want Rookie to speak first, mate.
What do you want to talk about then?
Well, you said you had something to say, my boy.
No, I said no.
Talk about my arsehole, Gary. Dogs do that. You're not a dog, are you?
Are you?
Well, you do have the characteristics of a dog, don't you, Rookie? All except loyalty, that is.
Don't be fucking jealous because I'm better than you.
How do I find this movie again? Is that Lock, Stock, or is that
That's Snatch.
That's Snatch? Okay, I need to rewatch this shit.
Fucking of course. I wasn't asking, I was telling.
If you guys want, actually, I'll play that movie in the cinema in a little bit. I've got it. No, I want to be the movie.
I'm the movie. You're a ruthless little cunt, aren't you, Liam? I'll give you that. But I've got no time for grasses. Stabs him in the fucking neck.
Hey guys, could I ask you this one quick question? I'm busting out a notepad list on my computer. What are those 4 movies that we named? So I know Snatch. Lock, Stock, Snatch.
Your mum gets smashed.
1 second. Hold on a second. Oh,
Boondock Saints and Trainspotting.
Boondock Saints. Nobody even mentioned that one. Wait, so okay. Snatch.
Your mum gets smashed in the Snatch.
Stock and Lock, Stocks. That's the next one, right?
Didn't catch that, did he? Whatsoever.
The Trainspotting one is kind of a different theme than these other ones.
It is a little different, yeah, but I'll put it in there for fun.
Yeah.
Trainspotting.
I could do the Trainspotting one in a minute,
but I thought we had like 4 or 5 here. What are the other ones? I can't remember.
Snatch, Lock, Stock. Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Trainspotting. That's all we spoke on, bro.
I thought there was like a couple more, but I could be wrong.
You are wrong. You're drinking whiskey.
Well, all right, fine. Those
I'm
are
not,
great
I'm not
movies.
throwing it in your face or anything all the time, but I am.
Yeah, you
But,
are.
you know,
Yeah, you
I
are.
am. I just said, but I am.
Well, I don't respect that.
You know, the funniest thing about it is that if like one of the admins was in here right now, they probably would stay muted and just be laughing their ass off behind the mic while we had just been on this major tyrant lunatic. That's
Yeah,
what
mods have
That's what
power
I like about
control
the
issues.
admin. That's what I like the admins in this place. We don't have power control issues. The reason we're mods in this place is because we're the biggest characters that exist here. So we end up becoming mods. It's not because
Hell yeah.
we already had those issues before we became mods.
Mm-hmm.
I was already an outspoken little twat prick before I became a mod. You do know that, right?
I didn't know that, but
Yeah,
I believe
it's true. That's how you get the job.
That's actually how you get the
you
job.
have to have that capability within you at least.
Get the job.
Lunatic can confirm that I was already the way I am. I was probably worse, wasn't I? Actually, Lunatic.
Crack, you're very talented. You
hard
could
to
do a
say.
lot of things in life. You could.
All right, that's enough ass blowing smoke. So come on.
Like I said, do you want a fucking spoon to eat out of my ass?
You want me to
I would just.
What?
I was asking Lunatic. I was already a twat like I am now, wasn't I? Before I was a mod.
Yeah, you're not that much different. You might be.
Yeah.
I think you may have picked up the frequency a little bit more actually, but yeah, you were already like this.
Exactly.
I don't really see you as a twat. I just see you as a very outspoken, outgoing guy. Really.
No, in the British
What did you
definition of
say?
twat, not the American twat, the British twat.
Yeah, the British twat.
You might even be able.
Of endearment.
If you're lucky, you might even be able to call him a cunt.
I don't want to say that either.
Yeah, you can.
No, is
Yeah,
that bad?
Totally acceptable. We teach that in first grade, and you know.
Hey, it's just not the words to say when there are ladies listening.
You name a lady and then I'll shut up. Sorry.
You never know if the ladies listening.
Truth Prevails is in here. Sorry, darling.
There is a lady in here.
I will say, I guess I
Watch your
do
mouth,
take
dude.
that back. I said the word cunt, and I know that's offensive to a lot of women, and I take that back.
Why is it though? They've all got one.
I don't know why you guys worry about whether or not there's
I'm
a
not
female
worried.
in the room, because this is being broadcast on YouTube and the world can hear it.
Because we're trying to be respectful. I take it back because I'm trying to be respectful. That's what I think. But
I mean, I appreciate it. It's well received. I'm just saying that maybe perhaps moving forward that, it should be considered that it's not just the people in the room.
That's true.
It's also the audience.
I always forget that
gotta
it's
keep in
being
mind that there's a bunch of
broadcasted on
twats watching on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the audience loves Snatch as well, though, so it's all good.
I always forget that the conversation is being broadcasted online at all. I like to join little Discord servers, and I forget. It's horrible.
I'm also remembering earlier when the conversation was a little bit even more vulgar when Ildika came in the room and
I had to apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Ildika. I miss her.
I didn't want to speak like that in front of her at all, but it was older men, and they were talking about some really vulgar stuff that I tried to.
Ildika.
Where did Leopard guy go? Is he done?
Where did that go? Hey, the dodecahedron guy.
Leopold cracked on.
Leopold, I affectionately named him because it made more sense than this fucking name.
Do shut up, Leopold.
Exactly.
I love that Ildika woman. I forgot about her for a while.
You should find out her address and her email and keep telling her you love her, because that won't creep her out or anything.
No, I didn't say I love her. Like I'm like one of the internet freaks. I'm just mean like I've heard her talk before, and I found her YouTube channel. I think she's a very lovely woman.
She really is. I really have. Me and her have got a good friendship, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, I get on with her well. She's great. She really is great. She's not a really nice, genuine person. She's actually highly intelligent. She knows a lot about ancient mythology as well, which is really like interesting. The way she like talks about it, it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really cool. I agree. Pretty cool person. Everyone here is beautiful and cool. It's just like everyone has weird ways of being cool. Do you notice that? People like hate on each other. It's just like, but we're all pretty cool, I think. Right. Like, look, I'm scrolling down the list, and the bottom you got Joshua. He's great. Will be flat. He doesn't talk too much, but I like him. Then you got Truth Prevails. She's cool. And then you just scroll up the list, and then everyone's pretty cool.
Spoons all around.
Yeah. Just shout out everybody down the list. I've been drinking spiced whiskey this morning, everybody, and I want to do a shout out.
So, listen, AT, listen. No one, I don't know what you mean by hating. Like, it just came out of the blue. Where'd that come from? Hating on one another? That some people do that and they think it's cool? I don't know.
You know what?
Wait. I wanted to tell you something, though. We don't hate on one another. There's certain, like, behaviors that are hated. And there's, like, some behaviors that can trigger me really, really, really quick, and it's, like, hard for me to contain it.
I got bad energies.
I'm working on it. I can't believe I've even made it as long as I have with some of it, to be honest with you.
I agree with that.
But truth, me too. I get what you're saying, but I had a bad experience with you like a couple months ago.
This is the behavior she's talking about.
Yeah, you're getting ready to have a bad experience now because you keep talking. But anyway, it's all right. I'm almost finished, dude. Look,
we're cool.
You're chill. You're just sitting here chilling and talking, right? So.
He's just established that you two are cool, by the way, Truth. So yeah, you're cool. Just to let you know, in case you wanted
you're
any
cool for the time being right now. You're not saying any ridiculous, crazy mainstream like. You know,
I was just mad that one time.
We don't have to rehash it. We don't have to rehash it.
We won't rehash it.
It's better that we don't.
Okay.
And we don't hate on one another, but there's certain behaviors, right, that are despised here. And it's like dishonesty, and mainly with me, it's like that's the thing that triggers me the most is dishonesty.
She really dislikes dishonesty.
Anyway,
she thought I was dishonest a few times, and she's ripped my head off for it. And I appreciate it, actually. I prefer people that check me, because people that check you are better friends than people that let you carry on in your bullshit, actually. So I've actually appreciated it when you've given me that type of advice before, Truth, where you've told me that I've sounded like an arrogant shit or stuff like that. I really appreciate it. So, yeah.
Because how else are you supposed to know
keep on.
Right?
Exactly.
How else are you supposed to know it unless somebody tells you? I mean, you can't see yourself from the outside. You only experience the world from within your own body.
Well, and kind of what Crackdown was just saying there, like the person who doesn't say a thing or care or acknowledge it at all, clearly doesn't give a fuck about you. Like that's the criticism is going to come from people who are at least paying attention or have give you some like thought as an individual.
Exactly.
Man, I want to like you, but you are an arrogant fucking cunt, Crack Villain.
Exactly,
listen,
and you're a prick too.
Anything, like if you guys can ever give me constructive criticism, right?
Oh, you're
and not be an asshole about it.
Times.
Once you start being a smart ass it's like I quit listening, and I don't care because your opinion no longer matters to me. But if you do it in a friendly way, in a constructive criticism like way, I'll listen.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way though. Like you can say it's okay, but you're still a woman, and all men know.
Yeah, you're still a woman. Yeah, man.
That's not true. We're like,
I am my own worst. I am so hard on myself. You don't even know. It's like just since I've been in here in this server over the years.
I'm surprised how long you lasted.
To be honest, Truth Prevails. I hate
self-examine.
Because I took over I spoke over, and then you did.
Oh,
Like, let
Hey,
us
why
speak.
don't you
Let us
guys
speak.
save all
Sorry.
this for the roasting we're gonna do later?
Yeah, like let's just let Truth say what she was saying. Truth, say the
I'm
truth.
done.
Sorry.
I'm good. Go ahead.
I would be done too. I'm sorry, darling.
I
I
don't want to
really am.
get. I don't want to get.
I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Like I'm trying to be disciplined, so I'm gonna try to
sorry.
be quiet.
I'm also sorry, legitimately sorry. I owe Truth an apology because I was all like, "F you," and then you know what?
She said that rehash it, bro. Let's just leave it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I regret it.
I'm sorry I ate your hamburgers.
And there was a story called Flat Earth. And we're going
Who
to
keeps
prove
saying those words? Hamburgers and all that. I liked it. It was it.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
I like that. That was good.
It was from Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams.
No, I realized. Now I've justified to myself. I've justified this to myself in all sorts of ways. It wasn't a big deal. It's just a minor betrayal. We'd outgrown each other. You know, this sort of thing. But let's face it. I ripped them off, my so-called mates. But Bagby, I couldn't give a shit about him. And Sick Boy, he'd have done the same to me if he'd only thought of it first. And Spud, well, okay. I felt sorry for Spud. He never hurt anybody. So why did I do it? I could offer a million answers, all false. The truth is I'm a bad person, but that's going to change. I'm going to change. This is the last of that sort of thing. I'm cleaning up and I'm moving on, going straight and choosing life. I'm looking forward to it already. I'm going to be just like you, the job, the family, the fucking big television, the washing machine, the car, the compact disc, the electrical tin opener, good health, low cholesterol, dental insurance, mortgages, starter home, leisure wear, luggage, three-piece suit, DIY, game shows, junk food, children, walks in the park, 9 to 5, good at golf, washing the car, choice of sweaters, family Christmases, index pensions, tax exemptions, clearing gutters, and by looking ahead, the days of my life.
Keep spending most our lives living in this complaining ass.
Crack villain, have you ever considered rapping
Fucking Iggy
before?
Pop, buddy.
Have you considered rapping?
Have you not heard that I rap all the time?
You've never heard that before?
Where have you been?
You heard me rapping, right?
Oh my god!
Right, so I knew Crack Villain would have to do his movie quote, which just like I know E.T. has to eventually talk about his fight with Truth. So like, you want to get that out?
I'm gonna die of laughter if E.T.'s name is Elliot.
Like, should we just get my rap out of the way? Lunatic's basically saying, is that what you're saying, Lunatic?
Sure, with all of it, like this stuff is just bound to happen once you bring it up.
Yeah,
we don't really have control like we think we do.
I'm down to listen.
Yeah, we already knew that, dude. But like,
what are we listening to?
Me apparently rap the same bars.
Oh no, you just brought that up. Whatever. Yeah, you're gonna rap. Now you're gonna rap. Craiglin's gonna rap on us, everybody.
Hey, here's a good challenge for you. Can you rap freestyle right now?
E.T., I think you're a wee little fucking prick, and I think you've been.
Oh, don't call me a pecker all of a sudden.
I think you've been drinking on that whiskey real nice all morning, all
time. I have, and I simply asked you.
Reputation by talking to women a bit too much about how much it is that you should be apologizing. And I think this is the problem with rhyming, is that it doesn't always make sense as we go along. But the problem is that I sort of make it up as I go along.
I think you're talking in an Irish accent all of a sudden.
I am. I'm sort of messing around. But I've only got like one set of bars that I can remember from when I was a kid, which would be this. I'm an animal lecter, man castrate a molecular structure burner. Hannibal rise again and eat away the flesh of your future. Feel your chest implode when I shoot you. Caress that wound, feel how deep it is, and let that fear consume you. Man, I'm viral, hardwired to the system like the menstrual cycle. Man can't have a rival because he's eating in the first sight, and this is exciting to be writing the manuscripts of my life. It's like a second Bible. See, man, don't spit for the hell of it. I come with a political relevance, meticulous with this intelligence, scientific, pour more venom in. Their sentence in the next year's imminent. I am the flame that sparks the ignition. Bang, new element. See, you're messing with a man more dangerous than Jimmy in a room full of kids or children. So recognize the magnitude of this situation with an epicenter located where your face is. I'll rearrange body parts like Damien Hirst displays did. I'll rename the Storm Savage, you turn to dust and ashes as you bow down to my Dick Dastardly Hotel Scampy mastery of crass head in a 737. Artistry, I spout the bars as part of a start that aims to impart, unindoctrinate you from the mass media blood feud stew that you've fed on a daily basis. The one in which Kim and Kanye are unrightfully on your favorites. But I know a due diligence, I can effectively emancipate it. Full 360 to one day you man will pay just to see Jay-Z dead. Bap, done.
Holy fuck. Okay. Holy shit. Impressive, my man. That respect to you. That was amazing.
I feel like you owe me a blowjob at this point.
No, maybe I'll buy you a beer or something. But.
How dare you?
How very dirty.
That was pretty crazy, actually. Like, most people can't do that. Good job, buddy. That was pretty fucking cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. It suits you very well. It suits your personality a lot. It sounds like something you would do.
Well, it was something that I did, so I guess it does sound like something I would do. Like, logically, that makes sense, I guess. Like, the logic's not flawed there, I guess. Yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I don't know when it's much of a compliment.
Did you ever? No, it is a compliment. Okay. Congratulations, you got a compliment. But you know what that sounded like to me? It sounded like you ever heard that hip hop music that was made called from Massive Attack? That electronic group, Massive Attack.
No, I've never, ever heard of Massive Attack.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I grew up in a basement. You know Harry Potter, that film? That's based on my life.
Okay, this is a little before Harry Potter. There's this electronic, either a duo or a trio called Massive Attack, and they made some wicked music. One of the main songs in the movie The Matrix was featuring one of those songs. It was when he's tripping out of his computer trying to figure everything out. It was like or something like that, and it goes on for like minutes.
Can you do it a bit more, like a bit longer, like some more than that?
Yeah, keep doing it.
I'm not gonna keep fucking doing it. I'm sure Crack Villain could do it longer than
yeah, but I don't know the song because I've never heard a Massive Attack, so you're gonna have to fill in, and then I'll do it after.
I think it's track 2 on their best album. So if I
their best album,
yeah.
So it's just called Their Best Album.
God damn it! Don't make me do this. But I believe it's track 2 on their coolest album. I'm pretty sure.
Is it the best album or the coolest album? Because I don't know what to type in there.
The cool. Okay, I will find it. They're probably their best album and their coolest album. But it's also in the Matrix movie, and it's that scene where Neo is sitting at his computer trying to figure out what the fuck Morpheus is.
Are you mixing up like the bit where he sat at his computer and he's getting like pissed off?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Massive Attack.
It seems like you're mixing up 2 films here a little bit as well, maybe, like, because it sounds like Fight Club what you're talking about to me.
And for sure, you just said Massive Attack, and now you just said, "Oh no, it was Massive Attack."
No, I do think it is Massive Attack. I think they used it in that scene. I'll figure it out. I will figure this out right now. I will do this.
Yeah, bro, you better.
Lou, there's something new about you, and I'm not quite putting my finger on it, but it's like I'm getting there and figuring it out, but it's like there's a new turn about you, Lou.
Okay, here we go. We're
bringing coffee this morning.
No, Lou's always been this way. She's just noticing the new harmonic frequency to it.
There's a little new addition to it.
Yeah.
I've already known you've had the hots for me for a while. Like,
he
mentioned that like
2 years ago.
Why do you have to tell everyone?
Everyone didn't know that Crack wore makeup and high heels, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
So the Crack.
Crack in high heels. would not surprise me. Let's just say that.
Well, you've got the pictures to prove it, so if it would surprise you, then you'd be blind.
Ew.
You.
By the way, that was all jokes, just for the entertainment of TV.
We're on TV? No.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a surprise.
Sweet. Hi, Mom.
Is your mum actually alive? Like, not being nasty.
My mom is still alive. So is my dad.
I was on TV and I was like, "Hi, Dad," and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, my dad died." So that was pointless, wasted opportunity.
Well, I'm sure he saw it.
So, what's going on
I
in
hope
the
he
world
didn't.
right now, guys?
Yeah, what is going on?
Didn't we just
I
have
don't
a
know.
flat Earth meetup in Florida?
Yeah, someone.
Why is it
said
always
they
in
were on
Florida?
the
I'm
day
so
there.
tired of that.
I know.
California,
It's never
motherfucker.
fucking in Arizona.
Yeah,
Florida
Florida
out here where we can get. I ain't flying. I ain't driving all the
I
way
mean,
across
you
the
realize
state.
the real flat Earth
clearly,
meetup
whoever's
is on the
organizing it
flat
must
Earth.
be.
It should be in Wisconsin, bro. I'm sorry, Wisconsin. Ooh, I am
No.
for real.
It's because
You
Florida's
sure
the new
do got
Texas.
some mountains high.
Florida's the
telling
new
you.
Texas.
Well, most likely. I mean, I don't really know. I've never been to one of these meetups, but most likely, there's one of the organizers of the meetups lives in Florida, and that's why they keep doing it in Florida. What you
Yeah,
probably need,
because
if you wanted to meet in Arizona, is somebody who lives in Arizona. You know,
Well, the only
who has
other
to
I
organize
know
it.
two other people that live in
who's
Arizona,
saying the same thing at
right?
the same time. Yeah, you're one of
And
them,
they
so you
live,
could be the guy to do it, right?
and they live. Well, one lives in fucking Snowflake, which is a good 8-hour drive, and then XO, and that's a good freaking
Yeah, and
what?
do you really want to meet up with him?
I don't know.
Packing.
I'd have to be
Exactly.
packing.
And kick ass.
I'd have to be packing. Exactly. That's always a bad shout. When you know you'd have to have a gun on you to meet someone, then yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you don't think you'd have to have a gun on you to meet me. Like, you need a tank to meet me,
You
Josh.
need a girl like on your arm, you mean?
What I mean is because the two of us get together, we're gonna not clash. We're gonna fucking link up, and then things are gonna get heated. And Arizona's a state where people got guns, walk around with them on your hip and shit.
Exactly.
Like you can.
Maybe we should do Nevada then.
What if me and you meet up?
That's what I was thinking. Like Las Vegas.
What if me and you meet up in Arizona, Josh? Like, you know, what we could do is just like bring out the ammo nitrate and shit. I need to shut up.
No, I could take you out to the mines, break some rounds, do it properly, safe.
Yeah, no ammo nitrate needed.
Yeah, that's
Something more
exactly what I
stable.
use. I
okay.
use Anfo. Or not Anfo.
You do need ammo nitrate's a slow explosive, so it is better for like underground explosions. Exactly, the slower expansion rate moves more dirt, right?
Well, it's not necessarily the slower expansion rate; it's the fact that it creates no flash.
Well, yeah, but the slower expansion does make a big difference because the faster the expansion, it finds the passive least distance quicker and is able to blast through that hole. That is honestly one of the main reasons why. Like, I'm being legit with you now. You know.
Yeah, I got a little secret sauce I throw in with it.
Nice. I wondered where my dad's ashes went. That wasn't funny? Oh, fuck it. Oh, well.
Cleanup would help.
Well, no, because I'm just sitting here thinking, shit, where's my grandfather's ashes? Oh, yeah, that's where they're at. They're up on his... I'm trying to, like, remember where the fuck they're at.
You should put them in with some ammo nitrate, dude. Take them up to the mine.
I was thinking about throwing a little... Some Franks or some Tabasco.
No. What?
No.
And ruin the mix? Are you fucking stupid?
Maybe.
Why would you want a Frank?
Yeah, it's right there. Good.
Yeah, let's put Tabasco in with ammo nitrate and see
Frank's
how well
not
we
here.
do
Use the
blowing up a
Tabasco.
That's not going to do anything, by the way.
Mm.
And the hot
Well,
sauce.
Oh, you were
and-
talking about Frank's Red Hot. I'm sorry. My bad.
The hot sauce wouldn't affect the explosion, you mean?
yeah. It
Yeah, it
wouldn't
wouldn't,
affect
but I
anything.
mean,
It just make it spicy.
Depends how much of it we put in there. If we diluted the fuck out of it with hot sauce, then what? Huh?
Well, you
Now
can still
check this
call it a
out,
dirty
Mr.
bomb.
Weaponologist.
Yeah.
It'd blow the spice right out of you.
I got a primitive weapon.
Oh, you got an atlatl?
No, it's not an atlatl. It's a stand, not an atlatl, and it's a flint knife, not a flint knife, an obsidian knife on a donkey's jaw. Or a donkey's jaw. Fucking goddamn it. Coyote's jaw.
Nice.
So it's got that canine at the tip to the teeth really work good as a grip. But I wouldn't use it for anything. It's more ceremonial.
I've also got a guillotine in the backyard. Want to see?
What?
I haven't got the electric curve fixed up yet, but I got one of those too. Would you like to come over and fry, sir?
Rookie's funnier than what most people give him credit for. I found all the jokes funny.
Man, don't ruin my comedy like that.
No, I was being sincere.
Damn, bro. You make it sound all like weird.
I liked it. I actually liked what you did there, where you changed up the guillotine to the, when that was weird. You changed.
I know I'm goofy and all, but I'm just trying to.
I like the goofy shit.
Sometimes people get way too fucking angry and aggressive. I just get tired of it, so I just throw the shit in there. Try to make it, try to get a laugh at least out of the people who are listening.
Recently, I know that. Some shit recently, bro. I've heard.
Speaking of,
I will definitely try to improve my comedy, though. I promise.
Oh, there is no try.
Yeah, for you.
Excuse me.
Well, what does try imply?
I'm kidding. Sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, I was just going the Yoda front there. Just went with the Yoda.
Whenever someone fills, they always say,
angry.
Hey.
Every time someone says Yoda, I feel like they're taking a piss out of my dad being dead as well. Because it's like, yeah, you can say yo to your dad all you want, but mine ain't around anymore, right?
Well, I've never known mine.
Well,
that ain't my fault.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, are you guys one-upping each other on your daddy issues?
Yeah. My daddy issues are definitely worse than yours.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I never knew him, so it's not that bad.
You have a point about that, though.
I feel like
you guys, my dad hit me in the back with a hammer once.
Well, all that means is you can have a bigger penis in your ass at different times. I think.
Ew.
Well, they measure the diameter of the penis that fits in your bum based on the size of your daddy issues. That's why they're in prison anyway.
There's a lady in the room, right?
Yeah, come on.
She thinks this stuff is hilarious. Okay,
she's not look. Stop treating her like she's like a princess. Even though she is a princess.
That's my daughter.
Wow.
You guys have a little more respect. He's right.
Someone just shouted "Hola," and I was like, "Shit, is that my girl?" What the fuck?
Respect for who?
Come on, guys.
I don't respect nobody. You guys are all assholes.
Come on.
Come on, what?
No, seriously.
Come on.
I hate you all so equally. I just can't help it.
Come on, man.
I have to be good, right? I have to be nice. Give you all the equal chance.
Come on, people. Women and men are like.
Come on, man.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
Let's be real here. Come on. Come on.
Or you totally just blew the vibe. I actually thought this show was starting to get entertaining. But then you came along. Damn it!
I haven't begun to come along.
I'm not gonna say anything about that one.
No, the soundboard did, but it's not working.
Oh damn! My face isn't working right.
so
Hold
your
on, let me
lips
find
weren't
my vape.
working, but you started talking, but your lips weren't moving.
No, more like I was trying to do a voice characterization, and my voice went, and I couldn't get it out.
At least
it sounds
you
a lot better
tried.
in your head sometimes, right? You're like, I think I can do that. Then you try it, and oh my god, that was awful.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
about
the
to
other
make
day. I
a
tried to
really.
do Axl Rose, and my voice just kind of went, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll wait till tomorrow for that one.
I think I could do a good Axl Rose, but I would have to be screaming, and I would blow all your eardrums.
I'm ready for it. I could handle an Axl Rose right now. Let's fucking hear it. Let's do this.
No, I'm not ready
Come
to
on.
go that. Because
Come
if you do this,
on,
you gotta
let's
go.
fucking
If you
do
do
it.
this one, you have to go all in. You can't hold back at all.
I
To do
know.
it.
That's what's so awesome about it. You gotta fucking mean it. You can do this, bro. You can do it. I believe in you.
No, I'll surprise you some other time.
No. Okay, fine. Got my hopes up there. Got excited there for a second.
I'd have to. I mean, if I'm gonna really impress, I don't think I can just bust it out of nowhere. I might have to warm up.
Can you do another one? Yeah, I get the warm up thing for sure. But can you do another one? How about like the Who or something, or like maybe the Beatles? Anyone?
Who are the Beatles?
Can you do the Beatles?
Who are you? Who are you?
I don't know why you would want an impression. Like I'm not trying to do American Idol. I was going to do an impression. Like I was going to.
I know. I was just disappointed I didn't get one at all. Is all I'm saying. Just a little disappointed over here.
It's all right. Life, most of it's disappointing.
Well, I mean, I know, but I mean, you talked yourself up so much. You built up so much confidence, and I thought you had something to you. You know.
Like I said, I've already made the claim. Don't go thinking that it's out the window already. I just said I might have to surprise you.
How long do I have to wait? A couple
I'm not
hours?
sure. Not sure. Could happen today. Could happen tomorrow. I don't know.
Maybe in an hour or so.
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay. I get it. I get it. What about Pink Floyd? Can you do any of that? Teachers leave.
Dude, I know. Am I a good singer? No, I'm not a good singer. I was going to do an Axl Rose impression. I was going to there's two different things.
If you wait till I get my voice warmed up, I'll do an Axl and a Rose. Okay, promise.
Truth, I replied to you, by the way, in the locker room. I think you misread what actually happened completely, because that didn't happen at all. I can show you the audit log. I can show you. I'm going to DM you the audit log. A second.
What didn't happen?
What you think may have happened with that guy? You or re-listen to it on the live stream.
Hang on, I heard you talking to him. I don't know what you are referring to about happened. I knew you didn't give him the role, but I knew you were thinking about it because you told him.
I wasn't thinking about it.
You were talking to him, and you told him that you said I'm ready to give you the role right now, but you just got here, so
that's what I say to everyone. That's what I say to everyone who's like saying they're a flat earther. I just say, yeah, dude, like I would give you the role right now. When they seem sincere like he did, right? But I can't, and I've got to stick to the rules. So, like, yeah, I never plan on giving him the role there and then. Just trust me on that.
So you were lying to him? You were lying when you said it?
Well,
this is all I was wanting to do. I was just wanting
I overheard part of that, and I'm not sure. I forget how that policy was, but any Earth-shaped role, I don't think they're supposed to get right away. There's supposed to be a little bit of a waiting period.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get on the fence. That's why Yeah, that's
No,
why he
this
didn't
he,
even get Globo. He didn't get even on the fence. I just gave him Globe Skeptic. That was it.
well
Yeah,
that
Globe Skeptic.
combo
Globe Skeptic is the exact same role as on the fence. Like
that
permission wise,
Well,
it's the same role. It's another shape role.
well, I
that
stick by what I did. It's cool.
that combo that I was telling you about in the locker room, you had no way of knowing those things, right? That's why I wanted to let you know, because when he came, by
I
the
only
time he
saw
came,
it later afterwards. That's all. That's why it was
yeah.
like, ah, shit, it was too
I mean,
late,
I
you know.
think it was good to put it in there so everyone knows, right? Because when he I may as well just go ahead and talk about it now, I guess. But so he was like, he came here. He said he'd been looking into it since 2015,
No, I just thought
and
you thought I gave him the flat Earth roll, and I'm just letting you know I didn't. That's all. That's
I
all.
knew you hadn't. I was that
Oh, right. I
I said
misread
that
what you wrote.
there,
Sorry.
but you were on to, but you said you had to wait because he just came in. I wanted to let you know that maybe we needed to wait even longer because he said he'd been looking into it since 2015. And the reason that he said he was convinced that the Earth was flat was because of some claim that CERN made of having some effect on the sun. And I'm like, that's not even. And then when I explained to him, that doesn't prove anything about the shape of the Earth. And I also went over with him, how you establish what is true and what is fact, and that you can't verify anything that they claim coming out of CERN anyway. And went over the honesty bit as well, and let him know that he didn't need to be a flat earther; he could be a glober, and that we just want honesty, that we can smell it, a mile away. And so then he's like, "Well," I asked him, "If you've been here looking into it since 2015, okay, give me another one, something else besides the CERN thing." He didn't have anything else. Should have had
Yeah,
at
he
least
didn't really say much
one
when I
other
spoke to him.
observation in 7 years. So it's like that's why I was telling you that, because
Yeah, no, I've got no
maybe
problem
not
with what
to.
you're telling
Yeah,
me. I'm just
no
letting you know
one
when I
knew.
spoke to him, he seemed pretty sincere. That was all it was. He seemed sincere, and I hopefully he sticks around. I just wanted to give him the best basis to want to stick around, and to try and learn some more. And I told him, come back to me in a week, and I'll interview you then, maybe for the flat Earth role. If he comes back to me in a week and he doesn't know shit at all, like, I ain't gonna give him the flat Earth role. Don't you worry about that. Like, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. It's cool.
It was
Like,
just more about the honesty part, because by the time he came into the live stream, he was like, okay, because he agreed and changed his mind and said, well, maybe I'll just not say that I'm a flat earther, and I'll just say that I'm, still looking into it, or whatever.
he told me he was a flat earther. Oh, that was weird.
It was after I went over the honesty bit and went over that, CERN doesn't really prove that the Earth is flat. Do you have another observation that you did of how you know the Earth is flat? And you didn't. 7 years. So, and I just thought it was important to point out and let everyone know, because that way they can gauge his, it's not about what he
Sorry, I
knows.
didn't see
It's
that.
about the honesty.
Sorry, I didn't see your message until after I'd spoken to him either. So, like, I couldn't like get any of the context of what you were saying before. That would have probably helped.
Well, of course, because it was after you spoke to him that I left it. That was when you was going to give him the role.
No, I appreciate it.
Talked about giving it.
I value how you value honesty. To be honest, truth. I do. It's very cool.
But yeah, he would never have got the flat Earth roll off of me today.
I wished I didn't get so triggered by dishonesty, because it causes me a lot of issues.
No, you're fine.
I don't have enough discipline to deal with it. The dishonesty, it sets a fire inside of me, and I can't sit still. I can't keep my mouth shut.
Do you feel like I was dishonest to him as well then?
Like, I thought you were being dishonest in your response to me, if you want to know. And yeah, it was bugging me.
In what sense?
Because you were, okay, because Crack, when you were talking to him.
Maybe we should go to a different room.
When you were talking to him.
Should we go to a different room? Dirty laundry and all that.
I mean, we can just not talk about it. If we can go to another room if you want to, but I don't.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, just if it's like an issue like that where you feel like I'm being dishonest to you somehow, which I don't really see how it have been, but you know.
Well, you were talking about scattergunning him, and that you were just pretending.
Pretending what? No, I'm not really pretending like
was
anything
even
like
if
that.
pretending to be reciprocal or whatever. Anyway, it's okay.
No,
it's
if
cool.
he was pretending to be reciprocal to my,
Craig, now she's referring to that you were a little bit disingenuous with him with the whole saying that you would give him the planet Earth role and all that.
No, it was even different now. And it's okay. We look.
No, listen. I was saying if he was being, listen. I was saying if he was being, like, whether he was being genuine with me, with his reciprocal nature to what I was saying about the flat Earth stuff. That's what I was talking about when I said that.
It's all good. I just don't want to talk about live stream anymore.
All right, cool.
Live stream's had enough.
Let's stop it. Let's have some fun.
For the past 24 hours.
I love you all.
Always getting accused of being dishonest.
You understand? I love you.
I'm out anyway. I'm going. See you later, guys.
No, Craig. Hey, Craig, hop up into
I can't be fucked with this shit.
Craig, don't be like that, Craig.
I'm good. I've been in here long enough, causing enough.
They're waiting on you.
Craig. Oh my God, he left. Truth, that wasn't your fault. He just. Oh, they're both gone now.
A lot of butt hurts around here.
Damn, they both are gone. Okay.
Well, everybody needs to be.
They're talking in another room, most likely.
Yeah, I know. Lunatic. It does appear to be that to be the case. Well, that leaves the rest of us, right, boys and girls? Woo!
Yeah. Okay.
So, boy.
Roger that.
Oh, boy.
Lunatic, it's good to hear you talk again. I haven't talked to you in quite a while, a few months now, it feels like.
I haven't been in the live stream as much over the last few months.
Yeah, it kind of dropped out too for a while there. I get it. You got Roger here. Fucking love Roger.
Up. Up. Making dinner, so just listening.
Oh. Hello, Roger. Yeah.
What's up, BT?
Hey, not
Anyone
much.
knows when Niz got muted?
What?
The Niz guy. It's been muted for a few hours now.
This guy.
I don't think he did anything wrong, I think.
Which guy?
Niz, Bob Flatty.
Yeah, he has a music on.
Oh, music, okay. Oh, I didn't hear
got
that.
Mike
No,
or
that
something.
happened. Okay. Oh, well, that was hours ago. Maybe check if it's still on or not.
Yeah, it was hours ago. Yeah.
When he wants to talk, he can type to us and say, "Hey, can I be unmuted?" You know, we can check too. That's nothing wrong with checking, but I wouldn't be concerned with other people's mutes like too much anyway.
Yeah, what's up, Nizzy? Nizzy.
Everybody needs to take the damn tampons out and stop being babies.
I know, what the hell?
This was had a big conversation earlier with Battle Mike. It's a big religious kind of conversation going on for a long time, so maybe his voice went.
And we got Reckoner here now too. That's a recipe for disaster in a good way.
Now you've done it. Now you've made the boss come in.
I miss me some Reckoner. I haven't heard that shit in a long time.
E.T. still lost in space.
No way.
Oh, is that who I think it is? Hello.
Of course he is.
Hello.
I like you, Dave. You're such a nice guy.
So it's now the 7th of February and we're still in a lockdown.
Hey, it's ending. It is ending, I believe.
No, it's not.
No, we are not.
I
Roger,
don't know
we are
what.
not.
Because I did call it.
If everyone would
okay,
just take their
lockdown.
booster and wear their mask, we could be out of this by now, guys. Take your
Oh,
booster.
yeah.
Just 2 more weeks, right? Yeah.
Just
Well,
2 more
actually,
weeks to flatten the curve.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We already flattened the curve, man. The Earth is flat.
Actually, 1 more week. The 15th of February, we have another press conference, and then God allows it.
Yeah, just one more week. Just one more. One more week.
Roger, your government need to make party, then you will have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Then you will open the country.
I know, right? Well, the rest of Europe, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, Finland, and Ireland, and England, they all dropped their rules. Everything is gone there, but because of Germany and France, we're still like in this mess.
This is happening. Like everyone knows about what's happening in Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the real fucking deal. Like we gotta, man. Like now is our chance. It's like if you're really frustrated about the situation, now is the time to like stand up. For God's sake, like you got to do it now if you're able to. I live in a small town. There's not much I can do, but I mean, like if you live in a city, get the hell out there and like at least go wave a flag or something. You know?
Yeah, it's called doing the ripple effect. Even if you're only one, talk to another one, then another one, another one. Goes on.
Yeah, totally. Even if there's only like 5 of you out there, that's huge, in my opinion. I'm one little dude on the internet, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I went to a freedom march yesterday, so that was good to see that so many people were there. Like I guess maybe tens of thousands, 20, maybe 25.
Hell yeah! Good for you, man.
That was awesome stuff. Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself and also proud of your fellow people. That's awesome. Everyone needs to do that right now. If we don't do that now, we're back where we started fucking 2 years ago. Do we want to like repeat what just happened? No. We don't want that shit.
The scary thing is people still trust the goddamn government.
Yeah, it's crazy, I know.
You know what's the scary part is that all these people that advocated for more laws, more lockdowns, more shit, right? They're now saying, well, enough is enough and we let the people go and we let them free. Oh man. We are now entering the biggest expose of cognitive dissonance where people just say, well, I didn't say that, or the biggest gaslighting of history, right? I didn't say that. I was against it. Or people that every quote unquote scientist and his mother are claiming now that it's all done, it's over, we don't need this anymore. And they're still like, but the people in the hospital, right? So we're entering now the biggest expose of cognitive dissonance and gaslighting, where people just, I knew it all along. Yeah, 2 years ago I was shouting on the roof. No, you weren't. You know you weren't. So,
what do you think would happen?
You just killed it.
If
exactly
1,000 righteous people stood together and shouted out, cried out the name of the Most High.
The name of what?
The Most High. 99% of people don't know his name.
I'm talking about the righteous ones. There are a few righteous ones. I'm just asking for 1,000 of them. What do you think would happen?
So,
mountains would crumble.
Last time a mountain moved. It's happened in Egypt. They have a monument there, a stela, that says this is the mountain that was moved by faith.
I don't know about that, but I will say this: if enough people wake up, stuff could change. Okay, like with these government restrictions and everything.
Bitch, isn't it? It's like it comes out in every conversation. It seems like, you know, like I've noticed, like I'll be talking about something, I'll agree with someone on a certain point, and then they'll talk about something else that's very, very close and related, and I'll be like in total denial about it. I'll be like, no, that doesn't make any sense, even though the stuff that we were talking about 5 seconds before was exactly the same kind of crap. You know what I mean? It's just funny how, you know, we have all these little blocks in our mind where we draw a line and we're like, no, we're not gonna, you know, you don't go there. But then you realize later, you're like, wait a second, you know, why did I do that? Why did I react that way? Does anybody notice that, or is it just me?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the backup. Thanks for the, you know.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I understand. It's the same when now, because the narrative is moving, right? So they're now into it's a bit of a flu thing, right? So the narrative is moving, and when they agree with you, they're like, yeah. So I have my sister, she had a positive test and only a runny nose, and it's only why are we still in lockdown? And then I'm saying, well, the same thing would apply 2 years ago. No, but that was different, right? Because they did everything the state told them, and then now
people were dying on the street.
Yeah, so they did everything. They took the juice. They did everything, and now everything is moving, right? The narrative is moving, and now they won't admit that they were wrong all along, right? Only on the last part where the narrative says, yeah, it's mild, and we don't have to be afraid anymore, right? So only on the last part. The first part, right? They're like still like, oh no, it's. Oh.
Don't worry, Roger.
It's very, very.
The Romanians found the solution to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The immunization is contagious. So someone who got shot will be infecting with immunization the others who didn't.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know about that, but I see where you're coming from.
No, seriously, these companies are. They did such a miraculous cure. Even a god wouldn't be able to create such a.
Wait, so if you took the juice,
wait a second.
So if you took the juice and you stand next to me, I get the juice through you.
Yeah, the immunization.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Please tell me you're just goofing around.
No, that's what they said on the radio. It's contagious.
Do we
a lot of
believe
people
what they say on the radio, though? That's my point.
No, a lot of people believe that if you that vaccine individuals spread the so-called whatever. Well, okay, they spread the whatever. So,
well, not that this is a good subject for the live stream, but you know, I don't think that's true, simply because everyone that I know that got the jab got sick. I didn't get sick, and I've tested negative like 6 different times.
Oh my God!
I don't understand. You know,
why are you testing?
That too.
I didn't have a choice. I had a procedure done, and they forced me to.
At my workplace,
6 times.
You always have a choice,
but they did it 3, but I did it 3 on my own just to make sure that I wasn't going to.
What the fuck?
What? You're playing their game.
Right, it's a long freaking story, okay?
Oh my God, you can talk later on the call.
I'm not lying to you. That's all I can say is I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, I trust what you're saying is true, but we need to get together on a private call sometime so I can tell you, you know, what is what.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, that's fine. I'll listen to you.
Because there's certain things like, it's like deception. If you don't know the words that they're using, and a lot of what they're using is trapping words, right? They're snares, they're clauses, they're little verbal contracts, right?
Snares is a great word to use. Snares, exactly.
Yeah, like I noticed with my grandmother, like she's ailing and her health is getting real bad and she's getting up there in age, right? So every time she goes to the hospital or the doctor for a checkup, doctor asks her, well, you want a vaccine? You want this? You want this? You want this? It's like, no, I don't want the flu shot. Every time I get the flu shot, it's not good for me. So, and then like now she's sitting there going, well, whatever you think is best. Yeah, I think this is best.
Yeah, it upsets me when you see, like, my grandmother has the same problem. She went out and got it simply because she thought, she's 80 something years old, so she thought she was in that category. Well, 3 weeks later, she got it anyway. It kind of upset me because she got 2 different ones. Went in twice for both, and I had to take her to it.
Of course, it upset you. It's fucking infuriating.
It upsets me. You want to know why, or you want to know why I use such a small word?
Oh no!
Why does it upset me? Because I know it's a damn deception. That's simply.
Oh, that's why it upsets me too. And the same thing happened to my mother and my grandma, and so it's very upsetting. Is all I'm trying to say.
And like my mother, she's on oxygen, so if she got this stuff or whatever it is, or however it's being carried, if she got it, she would probably not make it. So yeah, it bothers me. Because, if she decides to go out and get the jab and then it makes her sick and something happens to her, that's really going to make me upset. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of like pent up, like, waiting for this, like it makes me angry when I see people like committing suicide because they're not getting enough, sunlight and stuff. It's ridiculous that people aren't realizing what a horrible, crappy thing this is. We need to really, anyway.
Thank God we can at least have this conversation. Like I was talking about this with someone yesterday, and I'm also been like mentally trying to wrap my head around the reality of the fact that like my whole family might be dead in a couple of years or something like that. Like that probably won't happen, but maybe it might kind of happen. And that's pretty fucked up either way. Like even if I lose one family member, dude, I'd be fucking livid. But I mean,
it only takes one accident for you to take it completely seriously. When somebody in your family or something ends up hurt or injured because of something that that you feel like isn't right, then that's when that's where I come from. It's like, why aren't you standing up? I agree with what somebody said before. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we standing down there at the Capitol or the damn City Hall? I mean, we really should be.
McDonald's. Yeah. They have to pay their people fucking $25 an hour to fucking flip burgers. Stop eating McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a start. But who's that brother who just said, why aren't we at the Capitol? I completely agree.
Me? Yeah, I said that.
Who's me? What's your name? Really quick.
I'm Ryan, but you can call me Rookie. That's my.
Oh, Ryan, a Rookie. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm chilling out in this small little town in southern Canada, and I'm like, why the hell am I not in Ottawa right now, or even at the closest border, like 2 hours from me? I'm not there right now, but I mean, it's probably because I don't have a car, so that's part of the problem.
This makes me want to go and research fluoride because someone was talking about it the other day that fluoride in the water can make a human or even an animal like submissive and not care about stuff like that. And you know why I believe that? Because I've taken psychological drugs that actually make you not give a shit about things. So I know damn well this stuff, these things are real. It's not a joke. It's not psychosomatic. You know what I'm saying? There's evidence for stuff that they do and they have and they're using. And it bothers me that we're always arguing about whether or not we think that could happen or not. Why don't we just look for the evidence that it's possible? That's all we really need, right?
What I've learned?
We already know there's evil people out there waiting to use these things against us. But
wait, I don't want to troll you, but it's like you're a flat earther, but you don't know fluoride's bad. Sorry, it's like kind of funny.
Well, yeah, I know it's bad, but I haven't done any like extensive research to prove it to myself. I've just been taking his word for it.
He's a rookie.
You know what's?
Well, yeah,
don't
you think it would be
for the big boy?
in your best interest to research it before you
It's a real thing, man. It's very real.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like change the subject. I'm just trying to, I'm just want to get off the subject because it's going to end up getting us in trouble. So.
No, we can talk about fluoride.
But if we took it to another room or something, then we could talk all about it and not worry about
Cyclone B, right? Wasn't that fluoride?
No, that was some kind of crazy ass gas chemical that they used.
It wasn't a gas; it was delousing powder.
Wow, I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah, we used in World War II, right? You're talking about?
Yep. This was the so-called gas that was used to poison the so-called Jews.
Yeah,
and they put saltpeter in their rations too.
So A had the smell,
I don't remember what
and
it
then B
is.
had no smell, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is it was the reason why it was effective is because it was a delousing powder developed by Bayer.
Oh, good old Bayer. Yeah. Love them.
Now, what else did Bayer invent?
Aspirin.
Heroin for children.
Nobody invented aspirin, but yeah, discovered it. I would say.
Yeah, they
I know people get mad at me for
discovered
saying that.
a synthetic pathway for it. And Albert Hoffman made a discovery about trying to come about it through different chemicals besides the willow bark for precursors. And he stumbled across LSD, right?
And doesn't LSD like activate all your like euphoric type senses and whatever? Isn't that what it does? Is it causes a chemical reaction, or do you?
I have no idea. I've never done it.
I've done it.
I can't talk about something I've never done.
I've done it, but I mean, I don't know I don't know how it chemically works. I just know like some of the effects.
I know how psilocybins work, and this is just based off of like MRI type thing where they're looking at the activity in the brain through a study. And with psilocybin,
MRI.
What happens is your brain starts firing off randomly, and it starts looking like the static on the television set, where like it's just getting active everywhere, just all random. And
But
every once in a while,
in a good way, though.
Well, every once in a while they'll sync up, and when they sync up, that's when you go on those roller coaster peaks. That's all I know about mushrooms. As far as I know, I think LSD was less disharmonic.
Yeah.
No, it was less disharmonic. But
you mean
DMT
it caused less like anger and violent behavior? Or you mean
no?
What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about activation in the brain, like the regions in the brain, like they can map out which ones are active and stuff, right?
They sync up there.
I see. Yeah,
LSD was stronger.
They're both capable of doing that too, and a lot of it has to do with the dose amount, as far as I understand
but
it.
DMT activates all of your brain, 100% of it, and it doesn't, and it's not disharmonious. It pulls a zoom, 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 and then it all lights up.
Yeah, you know more about it than I do.
But
Have you heard about how like DMT is like created naturally in your own brain? That's pretty crazy. Hey?
There's no evidence behind that. There was
really, you think that?
Chemist, there was one Stig chemist.
There are chemicals that are similar to it, but they're not exactly the same.
Yeah, there was one working with rat brains with what the hell was his name? Hamilton, right? And the first sample, the first test that they ran, came up positive for trace amounts of dimethyltryptamine. However, in the 2 follow-up sacrifices and studies of the rats, they found no trace amounts of tryptamine. No tryptamines whatsoever, which was odd. So they think their method was flawed in some way.
Interesting. I never heard that.
Sleep type of thing, where it puts you to sleep, right?
Huh?
Doesn't tryptamine, like amitriptyline, there's a bunch of different ones, but don't they make you sleepy? Is it like a tranquilizer type?
No.
Muscle relaxer or whatever kind of reaction?
Tryptamine is the precursor for, it's a precursor for most of the brain chemicals. Dopamine is formed from tryptamine.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Serotonin.
The 2 names might not be related, even though they have the same ending.
Right. Like serotonin is made in the gut, But the same place is where the tryptamine is created. That gets transferred up into your brain. Because believe it or not, you have a brain in your stomach.
Yeah, they say that about like. Have you guys ever heard a little bit about that? About how your stomach has like all this like crazy neuron brain stuff going on in it, and that's why they think a lot of people. That's why you get drunk so fast when you drink, because it's just like immediate drug.
Because your stomach absorbs it instantly.
Well,
exactly.
You're also
when you get really drunk, try putting it in the other end.
First thing in the morning.
Huh?
You get drunk really fast. You drink really.
I probably shouldn't have said that. I was
when you're
say,
drinking whiskey,
it's not something you should ever do. But if you were to put like a half a shot of in your bone,
I think Rookie's not able to hear me for some reason.
Well, no,
I heard you. I'm sorry, I heard you. I'm just rambling on. I apologize.
You both keep talking at the same time. That's what it is.
Yeah, I like paused and he paused, and then like I thought he gave me the break, and then he started talking over me after letting me get a head start. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
That was all me. I'm sorry. I was being rude. I didn't mean to be. I'm sorry.
It's got to be the lag.
Yeah, no one's trying to do wrong here, but we all agree that like that alcohol thing with the stomach, like the stomach has. You forget the alcohol. The stomach has like brain neurons built into it for some reason, as far as I understand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I could be wrong, but I mean, like, yeah, part of your brain is down in your gut.
It definitely wouldn't be the first time you'd be wrong.
That's why men think with their stomachs.
I was going to say there must be a wives' tale attached to that one.
You know what? And just like throwing it out there, I could be wrong. I don't know anything about it, but I mean that leads me to believe that like these brain neurons probably go through our entire body. To be honest, if they can come down from the brain,
they poison our food so much.
Oh, yeah, probably. Well, yeah, and they want us all dead.
You know, I realize that it's very, very hard to believe that there's a group of people that are involved in feeding us this stuff. And I know it sounds nuts. Don't get me wrong. But I'm telling you, I've done a lot of research on it. And there's a lot of evidence to prove that they do stuff like this. The government does test chemicals and all kinds of stuff on people randomly that people don't even know. They've paid out billions of dollars over it. So
it's because
the
people
fact that
can't
people say, "Oh no, it's not possible," is bullshit.
You're right about that. I think, in my opinion and in my experience, the reason why people can't accept it is because they can't believe how crazy it is. It's because it's insane, right? That's like the craziest thing you could possibly imagine. And most people are like, there's no way they would do that. It's kind of like 9/11. It's like, no way that they would do that. It's like the same mentality, you know? And for people like us, we can at least accept it as painful as that is, right? But that's the difference, is they can't get there. It's too hard for them. It's just too much. It's too overwhelming.
I thought I'd say something about that because I think it's just odd how, you know, you get a reaction when you say, "Oh, well, I think this or that." You know, it's just your opinion, of course. But, you know, I tell people that I think 9/11 was, you know, 7/11 inside job or whatever you want to call it. And then they're like, "Oh, that's crazy, that's crazy." And then I show them a couple of things. I'll be like, "Well, go look at this and go look at that." And they'll be like, yeah. At least they'll listen to me on that one. And I had a guy come back and went, "Oh my God." He goes, dude, what? Like I sent him that documentary by Judy Wood. And this guy, one out of 5 people I sent it to, one guy came back and was like, "Oh my God, dude, I can't believe this." He goes, "How come I didn't notice that?" And I said, "I don't know."
Is that Rookie talking about Judy Wood, did you say?
Yeah, I did.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Keep going, man. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure. Judy Wood, fuck yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep rambling on about it because I know we're not really supposed to go too
Fuck supposed to, dude. If we keep like kowtowing to this whole censorship shit, we're all gonna fucking lose here.
I agree, but I realize that, and I agree with you. But you got to remember that the whole idea of this is to put out the truth and to keep it on the YouTube because we get a lot of people that come through that. So that's why we do it that way.
Well,
I'm sure you know that already, but I'm just saying.
I'm aware.
There's a reason
of what
why
you
we
mean.
keep it off of here. It's just to keep, like religion causes problems because everybody starts arguing about it, and there's certain topics that we just stay away from because YouTube will just pull it, and we don't want to lose it. Yeah, we want to be able to.
But look
put
what
out
happened to Alex Jones too. He's like, "Hey, I'm the first person who got banned here. It's going to happen to everyone else." And then Trump got banned, and now Rogan's getting banned. It's like, fuck, man. Do you really think you're not next?
9/11 though isn't.
Every time I
like,
see someone,
it's
even a
old
criminal,
news,
getting treated badly, I always think to myself, "This is going to screw us somehow."
Guys, what were you saying? Someone said something about 9/11, and then you said something about.
I would say 9/11 is old news. It's not something that they're censoring really. You can talk about that all you want. That's not what their agenda is right now. Like that, they've already won that.
Oh, perfect. Then I got a lot to say about it.
Yeah, they've already killed millions of people because of it.
I could talk for probably 24 to 48 hours and not even scratch the surface of what went on in that.
Me too. I will
program.
join you as like a teammate. I could talk about 9/11 for hours. Definitely.
It's one that took me a lot longer to settle on. You know, like I had to really do a lot of research before I came to that conclusion. So it took me like
I don't know why.
Probably 10 years.
All you need to know is a little bit about how buildings fall, and watch the video a couple of times and tell me that
right.
Tell me how that's possible.
But before you knew that, before you settled on that, you remember how hard it was for you to even accept that that's possible, right? You know what I'm saying?
No, because I'm a little different than most. I saw it as they were falling. First time seeing it real time on TV. I called it out in the break room at work. I said, "This can't happen." Like, because when the second one fell just like the first, and I knew the first was off, I was like, how can something like that happen? It's not possible. It happened the second time. I said out loud into the break room in front of like 30 people. I was like, "This can't happen." And I wasn't saying this can't be happening, but that's what the way that the guy next to me took it. He's like, "No, it's happening." I'm like, "Get your fucking hand off my shoulder. This can't fucking happen." Like,
it's gonna be okay, son.
It's a brutal situation because it's like, the reality of the situation that's happening. And then we can argue about the science behind it for years afterwards. But it did happen. That's what's so fucking crazy about it.
And the way I look at it is this. And this is I'm sorry. I'm going to look at it one way. If only one person was killed in that whole freaking thing, I would still be angry and I would still think we ought to do something about it. Period.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, nobody has to be killed to be angry about it.
Just simply the people who jumped out of the building and hit the concrete below. That to me, that only one person needs to die for me to be angry. You know,
Dude,
human life is much
why
more
does it even take one? Even if none
money
died,
bullshit.
it's all a big ass lie. There's a ton of money, freaking your rights, your liberties. Like, dude, there's plenty of reason to be angry without anybody dying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the fact that supposedly 3,000 people did die is even worse. Like, you're right. It doesn't even take one person. But in this situation,
that disappeared during that.
Yeah, I'm more than angry. I'm livid. I know that was 20 years ago, and man, I'm fucking mad.
You know what makes me more mad? The fact that they use our fucking tax money. They steal our fucking money and make us think that it's our duty to do it. That we get a bonus. It's our fucking money to begin with.
Let me tell you a secret. You can, for very, very small amount of money, you can avoid paying taxes completely. Everyone can. No one in the United States ever has to ever pay taxes again if they don't want to.
Elaborate. The thing is they still.
I won't explain how, but I'm saying
you just have to buy my 5-book series, also available on Audible.
No, you have to separate yourself from the bond that they made when you were born.
Okay, before you go into that common law stuff, could you answer me a question? Answer me one question.
Sure.
Because obviously you're hugely knowledgeable at 9/11, yeah. So,
what would be the best way for you to kind of convince someone who was like on the fence? What would you like yourself personally make a documentary, or would you just like to talk to them for a day or 2 days? What would be your best way to get that info across?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I mean, I try to bring it up in context, like with situations, and show them, well, you see what happened here, and you see how that reaction was, and they're like, wait, you're right. I try to like line it up that way to try to get people to see my point, and then get them to investigate it. I can't really make them. I can't convince you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Any conversations I have about it, because I'm down the same road as you. It just gets derailed with tangents into every conspiracy, because they just think, you got to establish if someone's open to learning new info, I suppose, that kind of changes their worldview.
Well, you got to make sure they're on an intellect level that where they can actually think outside the box. A lot of people, they don't. They've been programmed, and they're so well programmed that they just go about their day doing whatever they think is right. They don't think about whether it's right or not. They just keep doing it. They think that's part of life. You know what I mean? So it's not really their fault. It's just, it's so weird how well and how deep the rabbit hole really goes when you get to that information, when you get to that subject. There's so much more evidence for it than any other thing that we have, but yet we don't get pissed off about it more. It's like, oh.
Yeah, people don't, like, documentaries don't always hit, even though the info can be good in some. People will just dismiss it as...
They tortured thousands of people. In order
Do
to
you
find
say
out
UFO documentaries?
That's disgusting, bro.
And I was about 9/11 documentaries or any documentaries, really. Any documentaries.
Yeah,
people,
it is.
People
And by the way, it is disgusting. Like, man, when I can talk to beautiful people like you guys, and we're like, thank God I'm not alone, right? But I go out there on the streets, fucking pretty much alone for the most part.
So I would tell them about. I would tell them about the passport, right? Just ask them, do you think a passport could survive an explosion? And they were obviously no. So how could the passport of that guy fly out of the explosion in front of an FBI agent?
Yeah,
and then
he's right.
I want to know how that ambulance that was sitting like 3 feet from the front of the building didn't get crushed, and the tires were still not popped up. It's like, wait a minute, dude, that was right in front of the building. Everything should have fallen and buried. Everything in there should have been buried and shit, but it didn't.
Thank you so fucking much for even bringing that up, dude. That ambulance was sitting there, and it was sitting there. How high is an ambulance? Maybe 5 feet or something like that. And it was around the same. Okay, 6, whatever. But like, it's the same height as the rubble from the tower that just collapsed, which is 110 floors.
People came out of a small amount of dust on the ground. It's just fascinating.
Yeah, people came out of staircase B. Was it when the building collapsed on them?
They were blessed by the Lord because they shouldn't have survived.
Of course, but
that fireman's account of that blew my mind. I watched that little snippet where they interviewed him a million times, and the way he talks about, he said basically, he heard this weird rushing sound, and he said then he looked up and he saw a light coming through above him, and he's like, how the hell is there light above me when the building's there?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he
literally, it just disintegrated right above his head. That blows me away, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible. That's why people need to look into the Judy Wood thing, because that explains the whole fucking scenario in the first place, in my opinion.
Could
and there's some people saying that they don't believe what Judy said because they don't believe thermite could bring down a building. I can show you 2 or 3 videos from some guy who does it in his backyard, and he can basically cut a steel I-beam that's like, what is it, half an inch thick or something? He can cut it right in half in a matter of seconds with some thermite you can make in your backyard with stuff.
Yeah, but that's not Judy Woods.
The Judy Wood thing wasn't about thermite at all, right? It was.
I know it wasn't, but I'm saying when you start to look and analyze the whole situation of how they could have done it, the only thing that, for me, that makes sense is that they use some kind of chemical reaction like that on the metal in the building. That's just my opinion, but.
Right.
I know Judy didn't necessarily say that, but
no, Judy used more of the Hutchinson effect, where steel gets dustified.
Yes, I agree. But because no one's really like analyze that and how that would, you know what I'm saying? It's still like, I think it's up in the air, of course, how they really did it or how it was done. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that there was more to it than just
and
the Judy Wood side of it. You know what I mean?
And this is just what they want, right? They want us to argue about how they did it, right? Just argue 20, 30 years about how they did it. That it doesn't really matter how they did it, right? We all saw a free falling skyscrapers. Like so that's
two of them, Roger. Two of them.
And then 7
3 actually.
after. Yeah, then 7 after. So
actually, the entire World Trade Center complex got destroyed that day.
Right.
People
so
don't know that.
They want us to argue about how they did it. It isn't even that important. It's important that we acknowledge that we saw 3 buildings falling down in free fall, which can never happen. Never. So, if you demolish it with TNT, yes. But,
and then we have the official claim, the official narrative, the 9/11 Commission report. We know for a fact what the 9/11 Commission report. We know for a fact that nothing that's in that book, like that definitely doesn't describe what happened that day. Like we know that's a lot. So
like
it's kind of like
7 or 8 of those. Okay.
It's kind of like when we're talking flat Earth. You know what we're really doing? We're talking about the globe model, the claim. Like, they're the ones with the claim. We can easily tell you that the claim is a lie. Okay, so they're lying to us. We know that for a fact. So the question is
not trust someone like that.
Like Drace is saying, what Drace is saying, like, it's not about how they did it. It's the fact that they're lying. Now let's get some fucking answers. Like, start. You know, why was there never an actual investigation? All that shit.
Well, the truth is, we do want to know how they did it eventually.
Why don't we arrest anybody who actually might have some information instead of the people they freaking tortured in Guantanamo, right?
Yeah, even if they're not guilty, we should still arrest them to investigate them, correct?
Absolutely. There should have been a whole bunch of
hard
people
to do that when it takes 20 years just to get even partial truth out of it. We need to do some adjustments to our justice system and the way things are done.
And look, they got away with it, the bastards. It's too late now, probably.
They didn't get away with it.
They wouldn't be able to do any of the shit they're doing today if they hadn't pulled that one off 20 years ago.
I feel sorry for those people that were involved in that because they're going to burn in hell forever.
Well, that too, but I mean, it's so crazy. Hey, and then look at today's world, like here we are 20 years later, right? And I'm looking at these vaccine death numbers from VAERS, way worse than 9/11. That's something that people don't talk about much right now.
Oh, I'd love to talk about that all day long. I've done extensive research on that.
Apparently, we're not supposed to talk about it on Discord, but I mean, I say fuck.
What's funny about all this is that they've made it seem, okay, that as if no one is smart enough to understand any of this stuff. But what's funny is that I didn't go to college, but I read all the stuff on it. I read the CDC stuff. I read all that stuff. I've read everything that anybody's ever sent to me or offered me or any of that. And I've gone out and researched even more of it. And none of that stuff makes any sense. It doesn't match up with reality. Therefore, I'm not even going to waste my time with it because I know it's crack. It's a crack. Period.
But you're the one who just started.
Can you be more
you've been testing yourself?
Specific? Like, what do you mean exactly? It's crap.
Like they say that you should be wearing, you know what, right? A face covering. But we all know that, according to them, now I said we're basing this on their evidence of the V, right? Okay, supposedly, according to them, a V molecule, or whatever you want to call it, is too small. You can't filter it out with any kind of mask. It would filter out the oxygen if you wore a mask that filtered it out. But yet they're forcing all the people in the world to wear a mask. Why? What's the point? It's absolutely unnecessary. It isn't going to help you.
They won't even listen to you about 9/11, though. So, like, do we really expect them to listen about...
Well, no, that's how they deal with confrontation, is they just avoid it and they put out, they'll have some other false flag happen so that way everybody forgets all about it. You know what I mean? That's just how they do things. It's deception. That's why I said you could tell they're lying because they're always lying. They always lie. There's never one time that they're ever telling the truth completely. So why would I believe anything? I don't.
Actually, Indio said something pretty good on that one. He said the only time that they're not lying is when they say you're under arrest.
Yeah, or when they say good night or good morning, right? Yeah, I don't, I don't even watch the news, and there's a reason why I don't, because every time I watch the news and I see some kind of like thing going on, some murder happening or some school getting shut up, and I do a little bit of research, it never works out. It always turns out that these people involved aren't even real people. They're damn actors. It's like ridiculous.
It's fucking, you want to talk about actors, it's fucking hard to watch the news because you have to sit there and watch Rachel Maddow or someone like that, like try to pretend to tell you what reality is. Like, come on.
Maddox is a dude, man. Come on.
Well, yeah, maybe. But I mean, like, same deal. Like, any of these guys, or dudes or girls, like, it's pathetic. And just to watch them, it's hard to watch them. And what's even harder, in my opinion, is I have family members who are like, you need to watch this Rachel Maddow video. And I'm like, oh my God. And then every once in a while I go and watch one of them and I'm just like, this is difficult. Like this, this is hard to watch.
I know some people would say, well, you should watch the news because there's a lot of going on and you need to know about it. No, I don't. The reason why I don't watch the news, you're probably wondering, why don't I watch the news? Because you would think I'd want to know what's going on. Because if it's all just crap, it's all to sidetrack me. You know what I'm saying? Like something's going on really in the world. They're not going to talk about that. And the last reason why I won't ever believe the news is because it used to be when you watch the news, there'd be two people on the screen, one arguing for one side, one arguing for the other. When they took that away and they only have one opinion, that's when I stopped believing anything they say. Anything.
That's a good point. It went completely one-sided. That is true. Even if they were faking the second side, they even got rid of that. They eliminated that.
But the whole idea is they got rid of it because they had to. Because that side of the argument is something they don't want.
I know.
They want you to be stuck on their side.
It's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I know, man.
It is. And what's more pathetic is that intelligent people in the world don't see it. They don't see that. It's like, how can you not see that? That alone should tell you that, if you hear some kind of conspiracy, I'm not saying that I believe all of them, don't get me wrong, but I'm more apt to like research anything because of that reason. Because I know that that's what they do.
Oh, yeah?
It frustrates me, bro.
I'm apt to shit now for that exact very reason. Like, I'm already inquisitive enough, but you're right about that. Like, the fact that you're trying to deny me from truths makes me want to look into it more. I think they call that the Streisand effect, but...
Yeah, something like... Yeah, but it's really sad, though, right? It's like, obviously, there's some kind of, whatever you want to call it, conspiracy or military project or something, where they are definitely feeding our minds with subliminal messages. They're using signals that affect our psyche, that affect our GABA and our brain. There's all kind... I'm telling you, this stuff is real. It's not a joke. The television was originally invented to control your emotions.
Yeah, fuck with
fascinating.
Fuck with your head.
All this stuff all this evidence exists, but no one wants to look at it. No one wants to take it serious. Oh no, we don't, because nobody wants to think that the government would do that, right?
Exactly. They don't want to admit that that's actually happening. Exactly. You're right.
If you're in denial about if your neighbor keeps stealing from stuff out of your yard and you're in complete denial that he's the one doing it, even though everyone in the neighborhood's telling you I saw him doing it, then you're just a fool. You're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why you would ever believe anything that man would ever say afterwards. If he lied to you this many times and stole from you, I don't know why you would ever trust him again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe you'll be nice to him in cordial, but
let's go trust known liars. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and take their word over everyone else's word when an intelligent person comes along to tell you or offer you some other evidence.
Oh, yeah, here's an example.
You're like, no, that's not possible.
Our words over there at CNN, they act like complete fools. And then you have someone like Jordan Peterson, but like, this is what's actually going on. And then they still deny it. They're like, I don't know how they do that. I got in a fight with a family member about the trucker convoy a couple days ago. I'm like, how could you possibly believe what you're saying? Like, I don't understand. And what I think is they're just stuck in their crazy mentality.
It's
And
brainwashing, bro. I'm telling
that's
you.
what
I
I
know it sounds
think.
crazy, but there is
That's
brainwashing
what I think
exists,
it is,
and it's
basically. They're
very,
like, they're
very well
stuck.
used.
They're stuck, yep, in their little brainwashed little mindset.
But it doesn't
And
work on everyone, and it doesn't last very long. That's the thing, and that's why they make it sound like. That's why when you read the patent and then you ask anybody about it that knows, they'll tell you, oh well, the reason why they did that is because this and this, which is all a bunch of horse crap. But they have to have an excuse. I mean,
but I mean, their excuse can be so simple that, like,
yeah.
it's amazing
And
that
if you're
people
in
still
cognitive
fall
dis
for it.
about wanting to believe that they'd lie to you, then you're never going to ever see the truth. You're always going to see it the way they tell you to.
That's what I
So
think.
just think about it that
Yeah.
way.
No, it's a good point. I agree with
Or
you.
people just need to wake up and start thinking about things instead of just accepting. Think about it. Like, people will lie to you. I'd lie to you if I thought I could take advantage of you. Wouldn't you do the same to me if you were really hard up and needed something? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you would. I
Well,
mean,
if
yeah,
I
most
was
of us are good
like
people, but
really desperate, maybe, but I would
yeah,
never
I
do
mean, but
that.
there's a point where you would cross that line, right? Everybody has that line
I don't know.
where
I like to, I like
you
to
would
think
fall.
I wouldn't, but I mean, generally speaking, no. You know what I mean?
Right. But I'm saying there's situations where you could be put into where you would change that just based on the situation, right?
I suppose if
Where
I was being
you could be
tortured or
twisted
something
around
like
someone.
that.
Yeah, right. Or yeah, right. But I mean, how do you know you're not?
Wow,
You
that's
know what I
funny.
mean? Like, how do you know you're not
Yeah,
being tortured?
that's a good point. Yeah.
Because if
It's
it's been
really,
going on your whole life, you wouldn't even think about it, would you?
it's just really, well, yeah, exactly. You would not. Absolutely, you would not. Unless you woke up at some point, like I did, and my family certainly did not. And I try to have these conversations with my family, and they won't shake out of it. They're just like, they're stuck, and no matter like what I say, they're stuck where they are, and it's really frustrating, and it makes me really angry. But I mean, I can't get them out of it, which is insane. So, like, basically, I have to just accept the fact that
That's really
I don't know.
ET.
They're screwed.
Space exist?
Yeah, you said a lot with that one.
People don't want to accept that they've been lied to, because then they have to admit that they've been fooled.
I know, but see, that part doesn't make sense to me logically, because it's like, we had Santa Claus, we had the Tooth Fairy, we had all these things in our lives where our parents lied to us, even for no reason at all, for no good reason. Like, why would you want to take away the actual act that you did? Like, if you want the presents for your kid,
That
why
was
would
when
you
we
give
were
someone else
children, but
present
now we're
credit for
adults.
it?
Now we're adults, though, not children.
I know, but you see how we've been kept children in the back of our minds by keeping these little things in our heads and lying to us, you know what I mean? Because we believe it and we try to defend it. And then later on, we realize it's wrong. We're like in this cognitive disc for a while. It's deliberate. That's why they do it, because it keeps you always wondering and thinking instead of doing and getting angry and stop.
That's why they give you a spinning globe in the first grade. That's why they give you evolution in the classroom, because now they're telling you to ignore your common sense and believe in science and to believe what they say.
Exactly. Just trust us. We know what we're doing. We'll take good care of you. When in reality, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to take advantage of you and then test everything on you so we can use it to gain more power and money we don't even need. It's like, what drive? You have to ask yourself, what drives a person who's so rich they can't spend all their money, but yet is still convinced that they need to continue to suck money out of people that's not even necessary? Like, what is that all about? Shouldn't you logically wonder about people? Why would you vote someone that was like that into an office? It makes absolutely no sense.
They think they're providing a service.
That's what they are.
Think
They're
they're doing a good job. They don't view it as though they're sucking anything out of anybody. They think that they're the most qualified person for the job and they're doing a service.
Yeah, but when you're only left with 2 people to pick from, that's not a choice.
Government means control the mind.
Especially when you have absolutely no part of getting that person to that point where they're up at the top where they can be voted for. And then afterwards, then they still use electoral votes instead of our actual votes. What kind of freaking idiot do you have to be to realize this is set up to screw you? It's like so stupid.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like offensive or angry, but
no, you're not
this shit gets
fucking
me
wrong at all.
fired up, bro. It does.
This
It
is what
pisses
we
me the
need.
fuck off.
No, it pisses me the fuck off too, and you're not wrong at all, man. We need more people like this talking about it. Yeah, man. Like, oh, you got two stupid little options, both of which are screwing you over, but you have to vote for one, right? That sucks. That's really stupid.
I quit voting, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, "Oh, you don't. Why'd you do that?" Well, it's because I know in my heart, I know it. I don't think it. I don't believe it. I know it's nothing but a scam. There ain't a damn bit of thing that's going to change anything. It doesn't matter which one you pick for. It doesn't matter which one you could vote for yourself. It wouldn't matter because they're going to put in there whoever the fuck they want, and it has nothing to do with what you want.
You better check. I think you voted twice for Biden last time.
Oh yeah, I did. Well, I didn't vote, so that would explain why he didn't get it.
I do think Trump wasn't a bit of an exception, though, and I could be wrong, but I do believe Trump was an exception.
He's hooked up with them. The only difference is that they want to use him later because of how powerful and how many people he can manipulate. So they're going to hold on to him for a later, so they can keep him in the back pocket. I ain't stupid. They're not going to throw away a good source of confusion and you know. Because that's what he does. He gets everybody fired up and angry. You know, he pisses off the women because he's rude and obnoxious, and you know he's a bigot. And then he pisses off black people, and he just pisses everybody. There's a reason why he does that. You know what I mean?
But actually, women and black people love Trump. They have
why?
way
He's a bigot and he's an asshole. I mean, I voted for
Trump has
him.
never pissed me off ever.
Trump, actually, black people have loved Trump. They used to make hip hop songs back in like the 90s about Trump. They love Trump, and women love him too.
He's actually more like a regular person.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the people who are still asleep.
I think black people and women like Trump. That's my opinion.
Carefully, T. You might sound racist again.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I understand about racism, but sometimes racism has to be brought into it, and it has to be talked about.
No.
Regardless of whether it upsets
part of a
people.
joke. It's just an ongoing joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time at the same time. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff like bothers me when, you know, we feel like we have to say stuff like that, and it's like I can see that's part of the programming. It really is. That actual thing that you do when you jump out and you try to like help someone or you try to like add to it, that stuff was put in your mind. Why else would you care what the person's saying? Why do you need to feel like you need to correct somebody? It's not really necessary because what they say doesn't necessarily affect you, does it? So why do we have this feeling like we got to tell someone they're wrong, or it's simply put into our heads? It's part of the programming. Mm-hmm. It's terrifying when you think about it, but it is.
But he is quite popular with black people. Like you can listen to hip hop songs, and they'll rap the shit out of Donald Trump. If you go back into the 90s, and women love the shit out of him too. And you can know that when you go to pretty much any Trump rally, and you have like a shitload of women just like cheering the hell out of him. You know. And you can watch lots of interviews of women talking about how much they love Trump too. He's not a bigot or a misogynist or a racist or anything like that. You know?
Well, I want to bring up something else. Why is it that we think just because some person supposedly has money and they have nice clothes on and they go around bossing people around, what makes us think that those people are good for anything? Like, if you don't like, I think people get confused on what they should be balancing their vote on. You know, like if you're going to vote for the person you really thought was the best, wouldn't you want to know more about them than how much money they make and whether or not they sleep with women? Like, who cares about that stuff?
Hell
right?
yeah, and that's why the policies
it's absolutely meaningless. But yet, every time we vote for someone, it's always some rich son of a bitch that ain't gonna fucking think about us and ain't gonna care about us in the long run. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do. They're gonna be the puppet they were paid to be.
Those are ignorant voters doing that. Smart people like us will actually look at their policies, what they've done in politics, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, just to look at somebody's like business suit and decide whether or not you want to vote for them. You're right. It's pretty stupid. I mean, look at the two Bushes, and then in the middle of Clinton, and then an Obama. Pretty stupid.
Look at how they treated Clinton. He was one of the few presidents that actually was starting to get shit done, and they ended up kicking him out. Why? Over a blowjob? Come on, man. Why the hell do we care? Why do I care whether the president sleeps around on his wife? I don't care. If he's running the day, I mean, I get it.
They didn't
But
kick him out.
it just don't make sense.
They didn't kick him out.
He has to be a role model.
He wasn't.
But none of them are, though. That's the thing.
He was impeached, but he wasn't removed from office.
It's way worse than that. Is because all the Clinton crime family, for lack of a better term, starts to become exposed, and Bill was part of that, along with Hillary.
Oh, yeah,
and people were like, "Who the
backside.
fuck are these people?" And they're not good people at all.
Yeah, but don't you agree that Bill was just the puppet and his wife was the one really doing all the stuff and working?
I think they're basically just New World Order clients. Basically, that's what I think.
Has anybody looked into genetics and whether or not all these presidents are actually related to each other? Because I've heard about that, and I don't know if I want to believe it, but that would really add to the difficulty of figuring this all out, wouldn't it?
Have you ever heard
about a blood type like the RH?
Have you ever heard? Oh, sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
I just wanted to tell them there's a study about a blood type. I think it's the RH blood type. I don't know. And those people are supposed to be psychopaths. I don't know what more than that.
Have you guys heard how Barack Obama's real name is supposedly Barry Santero? You guys ever heard that?
Have you heard that his wife was Michael?
Yep, definitely. And that journalist woman who died called her out like a year or two before she died. What's her name? Joanne Rivers, I think was her name. And she called Michelle Obama out on being a man. And then a year or two later, she was dead.
Yeah, but I think that if that would have been a big deal for them, they would have killed her right away. I don't know if they would have waited a couple of years. But I know, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to prove.
But I'm positively sure that she wasn't the only one crying about that. A lot of people noticed it before she even said anything. So I'm just saying.
You're probably right. Yeah, and I don't think it's
camel toe is only so big unless you have an appendage. So you're either hermaphrodite or you're a man dressing up as a woman. That's just my